Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Divine Libra Wisdom. I'm back again with another all signs reading, finally. I know I had been kind of going through my videos and saying that I was going to do it, and finally I'm doing it. So we are going to get started in a few minutes and then yeah, get into the cards. But as you can see by the title of the video, this is an all signs reading for the autumnal equinox, or the start of fall, autumn, whichever one. You can use them interchangeably. And just to give a little, I'll get into that in a minute. It's like kind of going into what this season represents, or what the equinox represents for autumn. So before I do, let me get all my housekeeping things out of the way, if you will. So if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. If you are returning, thank you as well for returning and checking me out and rocking with me. Definitely, if you're new, go ahead and think about subscribing. Excuse me. I try to be very consistent over here on this channel, uploading the weekly check-in videos for Libra, Cancer, and Taurus, which I've already pretty much explained why I chose just those three signs to do that for. And this week, since we're going also into Libra season, I will be not only doing the weekly check-in or week ahead, look at the week ahead, I'm sorry, for Libra, but I'm going to rather look at the general information, which will be the, what are you calling it, the general reading, which will be for the week. But I'm going to look at career and love for Libra specifically, only because it is Libra season. So we're going to check that out and see kind of what's going on. Excuse me. And what I was going to say, and I'm sorry, I just said that wrong. Yeah, so it's going to be the weekly look ahead to see kind of what's going on with Libra for this week. And also we're going to look at a general overall message for Libras during Libra season, career and love. Okay, so yeah, it'll be a little bit separate from the weekly check-in, the general, the career, the love. Okay, sorry, I had to look back in my notes over here. And then, of course, we have Cancer and Taurus, the weekly check-in, look ahead, whatever. What else? As you're listening through on the videos, this, not only this video, but my other videos, if you haven't liked the video, definitely like the video. It costs nothing. It just lets me know that you are enjoying the content, and it's a easy, free way to just support the channel, okay, and support me. Consider leaving a comment down in the comment section of the video. Let me know how the video resonates as you listen through, and if you don't feel comfortable sharing any personal information, I totally understand that. You can just simply leave like a emoji or something. Definitely leave an emoji and go from there. And let's see what else. Share the video out, share it to someone who may enjoy tarot, oracle card readings, especially if the message is beneficial to them, or of something that they're going through, and maybe that this the reading can kind of help give them some motivation, some encouragement, that type of thing. All right, and again, subscribe to the channel so that you are aware of when I drop new videos, which again, I'm being consistent over here and on this channel, and uploading like crazy. So, and I'm about to get ready to start a new job, so I don't know how that's going to impact me uploading these videos. So it may change, a lot of my consistency may change just a little, just slightly, but I'll always make sure I'm uploading videos still, no matter what. Okay, so now that I got that out of the way, Yeah, so this is all sign reading, or all signs reading, sorry. And we're going through from Aries to Pisces. Usually I would start with Libra, which I guess I could. I guess it wouldn't be, yeah, because it's, hey, we're about to get ready to go into Libra season, so that's what I will do. I will just put Libra up here. That way I know. So yeah, we're going to start with Libra, which is kind of odd, but since we're going into Libra season, it's all about Libra, okay? It's all about Libra, so we're going to start with Libra. Yep. All right, we're going to start with Libra, then go to Aries, and then it'll follow in, you know, in line as it is in order, you know, by zodiac sign or whatever. Okay, so now that I got that out of the way and figured that out, this is just on the fly, y'all. Anyway, so we're going to talk about the autumnal equinox and what it represents. So with this, because it's also going into Libra season soon, or tomorrow rather, but autumn represents balance, gratitude, letting go of what no longer serves you, planting seeds for harvest. So this is all about growth. This is all about renewal, replenishing, allowing things to fall away, you know, releasing dead weight, all that type of thing. Like it's just about release, renew, and collecting, harvesting. You know, you're planting seeds for the future, if that makes sense. And a lot of times harvest can come in too as we go throughout, you know, the autumn season. So, you know, we're looking at you know, September, October, and into November, and then, you know, once by the end of November and then into December, we're going into winter time. Okay, so yeah. And also, funny enough, I was getting my cards together, the decks I was going to use, which, by the way, the decks that I'm using, they will be in the description box, like I always say. Sometimes when I do upload a video, though, it may take me a minute to you know, input everything into the information box, but eventually, like, it'll be in there, as well as the timestamps and all that good stuff. Okay. But funny enough, I was getting my cards set out and ready, and in one of the decks, this was the card that was on top. Harvest. you really can't make this up. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep this because I feel like this is the energy for this reading overall for all the signs. You know, we're in the season of harvest. We're in the season of balance and gratitude, and, you know, planting seeds and all the good stuff, and reaping the rewards that we put in place, even, you know, way back when. So yeah, so I'm gonna read what it says on this card right here, you know, just to kind of get us into the flow, into the energy of harvest. So it says, as the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I'm ready to receive my all. Okay, love this card. Very beautiful card. Okay, so I'm gonna set that to the side up there, and just kind of have it out just for each little, you know, each sign, just because I just like it, and it represents that. Also, it is the start of spooky season for me, because as soon as that fall weather hits, as soon as it hits September, or at least the first day of actual fall, you know, that is, for me, that is spooky season. So I had to wear, you know, my shirt, you know, and it says, you can't really see exactly, but because it's kind of backwards on camera looking at it, but it's zombies, bats, black cats, cobwebs, witches, and it has some other stuff, skeletons and all that other stuff. So yeah, and I think, let me see, haunted, that's what I can see. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, haunted houses, devils, coffins, ghosts, houses, or haunted houses, I'm sorry, monsters, and yeah, it just has all the things on there. But I had to wear my shirt to represent. And I also have my little squishmallows over to the side. They're kind of like Halloween-y. Let me see if I can grab them. Ooh. Okay, squishmallows. I got my little cat. It has a little hat, little cute hat with a thing, the little pail. And then I just got this new one for Halloween. It's got a little spider bow, and it's so cute. Okay, so I just had to show that. Anyway, okay, so let me stop playing around and let's get into the readings. And again, I got the Harvest card over here, and I can't believe, it's so weird. I can't believe that it was actually like, this is how the deck is, right? And it literally was just the first card, just like this. So yeah, I had to do that. I had to bring it out. So it's staying out. Okay, so I'm gonna take a sip of water here, and then I'm gonna get started with Libra. I swear my little intros be so yappy. But I just be excited, y'all. I love doing these readings. I love connecting with the collective energy and just, you know, connecting basically. And hopefully, you know, it can bring, or not bring, hopefully it can get a, you know, build up a community over here of people who enjoy tarot and oracle card readings and all that. And I do have a Discord now. I have it up, pretty much running. You know, just need to get people in there. But as I go along, I'll invite more people over to it. We'll have our own little, you know, section, and people can come in. You know, we can do tarot readings. I can pull cards and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, these cards are already pretty much shuffled. I just like to kind of get into the flow again. Just building up the energy. Okay, and don't come for me for my nails. I need to repaint them. So yeah, just making sure I got this together. Right. Alright. That. Okay, had to call in my guides, spirit guides, and all that stuff that I call in. That I do my own little prayer that I'll say, that call, you know, like a call out to the universe, spirit, whatever, you know, just for me to get again in tune with what I'm trying to see, you know, for you all in the collective. I do not play about my messages and what I have to say. I'm real serious and professional with this type of thing. This is not, you know, I have fun doing it, but it's not fun in games, if that makes sense. I'm serious about it. Okay. Scoot up a little and get this together here. Okay, so Libra. We're starting with you, and we're starting now right here. And let's see, I'm gonna say 45. Okay, that might change slightly, but we're gonna go with it. Yeah, I've gotten to the point where I don't say the time on camera just so it doesn't mess me up, because by the time, you know, with editing and all that, it's going to change the time frame. It may change slightly, so I don't want to mess myself up. Okay, so let's go ahead. And yeah, okay, Libra. For real this time. Okay, Libra. For you all, I'm hearing the word go-getter. And I'm going to speak just intuitive, you know, just the messages that come to mind for each sign. It's just channeling the energy that I'm receiving or getting. And it'll be past, present, future for this season, for the month, or whatever. However you want to, you know, do it or frame it for yourself. But I'm pulling out 3 cards for each row. And, you know, like always, I will pull out additional cards if I need something clarified, or, you know, I just feel compelled to do that. But yeah, I'm hearing go-getter for Libra for you all. Some of you may, you know, have kind of hit the ground running on a certain thing. You all have been, I feel like Libras have been like extremely, hold up. No. I feel like Libras have been extremely busy. Some of you do need some rest though, because you kind of want to avoid burnout. Because I can kind of see that. I can kind of see like restless nights. Excuse me, is what I'm hearing also. Also, pay attention. Pay attention to something. I'm getting with that is like, pay attention to your body. Make sure you're not going too much that your body just decides to break down, because it literally will. You know, you can be so sleepy, so tired, and eventually your body just gives out and just like put you on like reset almost. It's like you have to, you have to kind of charge up in a way. So yeah. So for Libras, the channeled message that I have that came through for you all is definitely slow down, get you some rest. Seems like you've been doing a lot. You've been trying to get at it, get to whatever it is you're trying to do. You have it's like you're on a mission. And I definitely can relate to that energy, but definitely try to give yourself a break, slow down. Try not to do too much at once, because when you start doing too many things at once, again, your body will break down. And also, you do too much and it leads to burnout, and it leads to you not wanting to do the things that you enjoy doing, you know. So definitely want to keep that in mind. Okay, so let's look at these cards and see what we got here. Interesting. You got a lot of water already. Okay. It's a lot of water. Interesting. Okay. Alright. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Yeah. Alright, Libras. Okay. So I'm gonna go through each card, and you know how I do. If you're not new here, you know how I do by now, hopefully. Okay, so first, this is the first card here, and this is a Page of Water. So a lot of Libras, you could be dealing with some water signs as well as a fire sign, since I got a fire card out here. And I'm also seeing a lot of, water and fire is very significant for you all. All right, so anyway, we have Page of Water. And it says intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. And it says a new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. All right, so there we go right there. So yeah, Libras, you all could be like this, you know, this equinox season, or Libra season, fall season. This is definitely like the Libra's time to shine, if that makes sense. And this is all about, I mean, shoot, even Harvest is a Libra card to me, because it's all about balance. It's all about harmony. It's all about, you know, kind of like the coming together, if that makes sense. I'm also getting, funny enough, another channel message is coming through, because it's kind of catching my eye. I didn't see it at first, but outside my window I have my blinds open or whatever, and I'm seeing like the leaves kind of change color. So some of you may be kind of looking at that, because the leaves outside, the color that they are about the color of this card here. And so I just got that some of you may be looking at, you know, the colors or whatever of fall, or maybe you want to dress up in the colors of fall, like you're excited about it, is what I'm getting. But anyway, so getting back to the card itself, I'm really focused on that word, artistic, and also like going after things that you want. So a lot of Libras could be very much focused on their creative endeavors. It could be that you've seen kind of like a lot of success with that creative side of yourself, and so that's where your focus has been a lot. And you're focused on creating, of putting things out there for people to see, you know, to kind of put yourself out there, if you will. Because Libras, I feel like Libras, we can kind of teeter-totter between being socially awkward and anxious, to, you know, not being afraid to be seen, if that makes sense. So I think Libras are like the ambiverts of the zodiacs, because they can, even though we're supposed to be like social butterflies, I feel like we can kind of teeter-totter between those things, and that could go with the balance, you know, the balance of the scales, of course. So, but I feel like there is a big emphasis on wanting to be seen, wanting to be recognized for your creative endeavors, whatever it is that you may be working on, whether it's, you know, you're more aligned with being a painter and creating art, or, you know, writing, or whatever it is that you want to be known for. That's where your focus is. Also, it says a new person enters your life, and relationships begin a new phase. So, you know, you could very much be starting new relationships. This could be like starting, you know, at a new job, and you know, you're getting to know the people that you're going to work with. This could also be, you know, meeting new people online, is what I'm getting strongly, like meeting new people online, creating new circles of friends that you want to meet. And it could be that your friend groups are expanding, or maybe especially with the autumn equinox. I must say autumn equinox, because sometimes saying autumn, I can't even say it now. Autumn equinox, autumn, whatever. The fall equinox, or equinox, however you want to say it. This energy, it can be about like release, you know, and change. So it could be that a lot of changes are kind of going on in your friend group. So there could be people leaving out of the friend group, new people coming in. It's, you know, getting smaller or expanding, that type of thing. And then we also have heightened psychic abilities, like, and I really feel like this is more so, especially with it being a water card. Your psychic abilities is tied with your feelings and your intuition. And so, well, the intuition, psychic abilities, no. But what was I trying to say? Your creative sense is tied with your intuition. So it's kind of like, you know exactly what to put out there. You have like a good sense of, you know, when to start something, when to do something. And take, for instance, Cardi B. Like, you see, like, people are like, oh, well, she waited so long to release her music, but she released it at a great time, because as you can see, her album is doing phenomenal. You know what I mean? I think she broke like a record. I'm not sure which one, but I think she broke a record like with sales, album sales. So it's kind of like, and Cardi is a Libra, so you know, it's all about like seeing, you know, potential and going for it. So I feel like in this Libra season, for Libras, you're very much like on your game, you know, as far as like knowing when to do something, knowing when to put something out there, knowing when to make certain moves. Okay, maybe I should take a step back and not make a move right now, but you're calculated, like you know exactly what moves to make, if that makes sense. Okay, and so then we have Three of Water. Okay, and this one says a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement, the need to have more fun. So yeah, you know, this could be also a time where, you know, it's a sense of like congratulations for your hard work, which could also be a part of your harvest. Like, you know, all your hard work is being recognized. All of, you know, there's a reason to celebrate because you know, you made a move, you took a, you know, what is it called? Like you took a leap of faith and you trusted yourself, and now you're sort of like reaping the rewards, if that makes sense. Okay. So self-exclamatory with the card, you know, some kind of celebration. Maybe you're attending a wedding, or you know, like a wedding shower is I'm also getting. So maybe not necessarily the actual wedding, but you could be attending someone's wedding. Maybe you had a baby, or someone around you had a baby, or maybe you just found out that someone is pregnant. Maybe one of your friends, or, you know, a family member or something like that. That could be very significant. And then also with birth, it can also mean not actual birth, but like the birth of something that you created, going back to like the creative endeavors, like I mentioned. But this is all tied to like harvest, right? So anything that you put passion into, anything that you put your effort into, you're seeing, you know, the results of that right now in this season, or you will see it. Okay, especially like with these cups, and this is the in the original tarot is Three of Cups, you know, and they kind of like it's three figures, and they have their cups up, and they're like, you know, raising it in celebration. So yeah, you know, and it could even be like celebration with family too, you know, celebrating whichever you know, accomplishment someone has made. Yeah, okay. So we then have Knight of Fire, and it's passionate, adventurous, self-assured, restless. And it says a sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. And that's the card there. So I would say, you know, there could be something with all this momentum of things happening. There could be something that maybe kind of shake you a little bit. But if it is, and I feel like I've gotten this energy before for Libra. I feel like this came out like in your weekly reading, I believe it was one of those. But anyway, you know, if you do have like an issue or something that comes up that you have to make a decision, you know, right away about, you know, definitely go ahead and do it. And I feel like with Libra's energy, they're gonna, you know, you're so focused and you're so on your game that if anything does pop up, you know, you're not gonna let it, you know, procrastinate or fester. I mean, you're not gonna procrastinate on it. You're gonna go ahead and act, if that makes sense, because especially with it being Knight of Fire, you know, a knight, yeah, knights are gonna go in and get done what needs to be done, if that makes sense. So so I don't feel cautious about that energy right there. I just think that, especially with the cards here at the bottom here, I just really think you just have to be, you know, mindful of what sometimes Libras can kind of get absent-minded because there's so many moving parts, there's so many things going on around them that sometimes things can get overwhelming, I'm sorry, and some things may kind of fall by the wayside. But it's not because you don't care about it, it's just that you have so many other things going on, or your hands in so many other things, that sometimes you kind of may overlook certain things. So and I can attest to that, being a Libra myself. But all in all, is just make sure, you know, you kind of keep an eye out for, you know, for things that may kind of you know, get out of hand, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, so we're gonna move on. And it says making a difference. And it says my inner light shines far and wide. So whatever it is that you're doing, especially with the creative endeavors, because it aligns with the page of water here, you're making a difference, like you're making an impact. So, you know, that goes right back into like receiving recognition for the things that you're doing, especially your art, or, you know, your writing, whatever the case may be. So yeah, you know, and it's also like being on the beach, it looks like, or just near the ocean, water, or whatever. So yeah, very intuitive right now. Libras, you're very much in touch with your emotions. You're feeling deep feelings, especially if it's like a new person entering your life, or several people. You could be like very enticed by these new people coming into your life, new friends, even like you're excited, like you're in a mood to, you know, meet new people, get to know them, you know, and kind of go that way. All right, so then we have this card here, and it's coming into power. Okay, and it says, I step into my power boldly and confidently. Like, yeah, I really feel like Libras, I just get the sense of this energy that Libras are very confident, very much, you know, where you may have lacked clarity a few months ago, maybe, till now, you're very much clear on what it is your path is, what it is, who you are, what it is you want to do. And you're not, you know, you're not mincing any words. You know, you're not taking a step back. You're not doing any of that. You are going for whatever it is that you want, and you're seeing the fruits of your labor, basically. Okay, so then we have expecting miracles. Miracles are blossoming in my life. And then last card, and this is a spell card over there from this harvest deck, and it's joy. Okay, but before we get to joy, because that's your, you know, your overall message to kind of, you know, wrap everything up. But expecting miracles, it's just like, yeah, you have your arms open wide. You're ready to receive all of your harvest, all of your hard work, you know, the benefits of it, rather. And I can also get, because I do see restless, that could also kind of tie in with, you know, being burnt out, or becoming burnt out, rather. And it's just like, you know, even though you may be a little restless, even though you may want to keep going, it's a good idea to kind of chill a little bit and just allow for things to fall into place, allow for things to come in, and just, you know, you don't have to worry about rushing things. You know, you don't have to worry about whether something is going to come to fruition, because it is, because you have that Knight of Fire there, and that's, to me, fire is all about, you know, things being rapid, things coming together, maybe abruptly, and maybe even kind of a little shaky too, but nonetheless it still comes in, if that makes sense. Okay, and so then Libras, you have the card joy, and then it says, as I do will, so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from me. Okay, so yeah, overall, this is such a beautiful reading, Libras. Very great, I feel, for harvest season, or, you know, the autumn equinox, you know, especially Libra season. Hey. And my birthday is in a couple of days, actually, so Friday to be exact. So yeah, like, hey, happy birthday to my fellow Libras out there. Hopefully you're having a great time, or you will have a great time, rather. Sorry, because yeah, Libra season doesn't officially start until tomorrow, but yeah, I hope that you all enjoy your birthdays. Do something great. If you know exactly what you're doing for your birthday and you're a Libra, definitely leave a comment in the comment section and let me know how you're celebrating. As for me, I think that I'm just gonna get dinner or something. Or I may just do my usual tradition, which is to get pizza and maybe cupcakes. I love doing that, and just have a good time, you know. All right. So with that being said, that was your reading, Libra. Hopefully everything resonated. And I'm gonna go and move on to Aries. And yeah, I will see you in your Libra check-in reading. And we're gonna go in even more in depth to see what's going on generally. Well, what's coming up for this week, but also what's coming up for you in general, career-wise and love-wise. All right, so see you over there when I do it. All right, so I'm gonna get these shuffled again. Okay. Okay. All right, so Aries, we're going to start with you, or get to you rather. We started with Libra, but we're going to get with you, Aries, and I'm going to say, let's see. Yeah. Okay. All right, Aries, let's check in with you all. See what's going on with you. Aries, for some reason, the channeled message that's coming in for you all is that some of you may want to go visit the dentist, because I'm getting like maybe like sensitivity in your gums or like around a specific tooth or something. It doesn't have to be for all of you, but yeah, some of you may be having like some issues, and maybe, you know, it's a good idea to go get checked if you're having some issues or pain or, you know, discomfort or something. Let's see what else. Aries. Yeah, along with the dentist thing, I'm seeing somebody that likes to chew gum, and that may be like a bad habit for you. That chewing of the gum could be like causing you issues. It could be too much like the grinding of your teeth or something. But I'm seeing like gum, like that pink bubble gum. Someone has like a habit of chewing gum, and it's not that great for you because it has a lot of sugar in that. Kind of like suckers, you know. Those habits can definitely rot your teeth, so FYI. I don't know, for some reason I just heard silly. So some of you may be like joking around, playing around with your friends, or maybe a family member or your significant other or something. Like you're in a joking mood, kind of. see if anything else comes out. Channel wise. Ooh, that's too many. Aries, some of you may feel like you need a hug. So, I don't know, maybe you just need like just some comforting, or maybe you're feeling a little I can't even say the word vulnerable. Goodness, couldn't get it out. Or maybe you're just going through some things and you just kind of just need some support, if that makes sense. I'm not really getting a read on what it could be focused on, but yeah, for some reason I'm seeing like a hug, and it's also like a GIF that you can find on Giphy or whatever, however you say it, or Tenor, I believe that's what it's called. But there's a specific one that's like a teddy bear and it's kind of like hugging itself, and that's what I'm kind of seeing in my mind for Aries. So if you need a hug, you know, and nobody's around, hug yourself. Tell yourself you're going to be okay. But if you can't get a hug, you know, especially if you have like a significant other or, you know, a friend, ask them, hey, you know, you mind giving me a hug? I need it. You know, a good friend will. You know, a great partner will. Okay. And I don't know, this could be, you know, reversed. Maybe someone, maybe a friend, maybe someone in your family, maybe your significant other, maybe they need a hug from you, or are wanting a hug from you, and they haven't really vocalized it, but maybe, you know, they're wanting you to take some initiative and you know, give them a hug. All right, so let me see if I pick up on anything else intuitively. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the cards here. Turn these over. Interesting. Libra had a lot of water too. So I don't know, maybe some of y'all are dealing with Libras. Or maybe some of you are dealing with what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Some of you are dealing with water signs too, because you got, yeah, water out here too. So could be dealing with water signs, or those signs are cross-watching for you. Okay, so I'm just looking at the cards here and just kind of getting a sense of everything. I'm gonna go through each card and just see what's going on. Interesting. And also Libra's got the Page of Water, so yeah, you definitely may be dealing with a Libra, because your energies may be crossing one another, because especially for another card, the same card to come out in the same type of reading too, which is always funny to me. Okay, so we're gonna start. First card you have out is Two of Water, and it says a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. So Aries, whoever you may be dealing with, your partner, or even if this is like a new partner, you may be getting close with one another, or maybe something kind of happened in your relationship, and maybe, you know, there's forgiveness there, or maybe you're ready to forgive, and so it's going to bring, you know, the apologies that need to be, you know, given, or, you know, anything that needs to be kind of like hashed out will happen, and then it'll bring you all closer together. Yeah, it says a positive resolution of a conflict. So yeah, you know, I really feel like, you know, if there's like a certain, because what I'm getting is that maybe something happened in your romantic relationships, because I'm not getting friendship per se that something happened, but I'm getting more so like a relationship that kind of felt like a friendship, if that makes sense. So you could have been like started off as friends with your significant other, so that's why it kind of feels like a friendship. But I don't get that this is more than just a platonic relationship that I'm sensing and seeing. But anyway, so yeah, whatever kind of resolution that you all come to, whatever, you know, you hash out, it makes the situation, like, it makes the relationship better. It kind of takes tension off of whatever transpired between you and your partner. So yeah, that's good. You know, it's good. It's always good when you can figure out, you know, you can reach a common ground, you know, within your relationships, whether they be romantic or platonic, and you can kind of come to general consensus. I can't even talk today. You can come to a resolution together, you know, and see where, you know, both parties may have went wrong, or whoever is involved, you know, because there's different types of dynamics for relationships, but you can see where something may have gone wrong, or on both sides, or all sides rather, and, you know, you come together and you're like, okay, I felt this, they can say what they felt, and, you know, so on and so forth, but at the end of it, you come to a resolution. And so a lot of you may be dealing with that right now. Okay, so then we go to the wheel, and this is Archangel Michael, and it says a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. So for Aries, I feel like you all are having a tide, like the changes are or the tides are changing for you. Especially, this is very much in line with, you know, the autumn equinox. Autumnal. I just had to see if I could say it again, because I was able to say it all earlier or whatever, but for some reason, while I'm on camera, I cannot say it correctly for whatever reason. But anyway, so that's why I'm saying autumn equinox. Anyway, or fall equinox, whatever you want to say it. But this is very much in line with okay. Yeah, I just want my mouth to do what I needed to do to talk. But maybe I just need to slow down. I don't know. But I'm a kind of a fast talker. So I have my Lilith in Gemini. So yeah, and Gemini is in my third house. So I'm gonna talk. And I also have Libra in my, you know, Libra as my Mercury sign. So I'm a yapper. I can yap. As quiet as I can be and laid back, I am a yapper. So anyway, moving forward. This is very much in line with the wheel, or would be like the Wheel of Fortune in the regular, you know, tarot or whatever. You all are going to come into like a positive change, you know, a situation that may have had you just stuck, that may have had you just like F everything, you know, this sucks. It's changing for the better. Like, you know, everything is coming into balance. Everything, you know, you're able to kind of like move forward. So where it was you were struggling, you're now seeing those obstacles kind of move out of the way. Okay. And so now we have Page of Water. This is the card that came out in Libra's reading, and it says intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Back over here with that Two of Water, and it says yeah, heightened psychic ability. So with this card and how it kind of resonates with or factors in for you all, Aries, is that you could also, it could be some friendships, but I get more so again like it's a relationship that you are in or you were in, you know, that feels very like safe, very familiar, and maybe some of you are missing a relationship you were in. That could also be the case. But I really get the sense of, you know, whoever your significant other was or is, you felt like it felt like a friendship before anything ever happened, before anything got, you know, serious. And so you could be kind of just missing that. Also, intuitively, you two maybe like linked or connected or something. You know, maybe you're seeing things that remind you of them, and vice versa. Maybe you are, you know, if you are still in the relationship with the person or whatever, it could be that you all are, you know, getting closer. Again, if something transpired, something happened that kind of knocked things off kilter, you could be like hashing it out, figuring out a way forward, and then going from there. Okay, and so, and I'm just making sure I don't pick up anything else from here. Yeah, and then you very well could, you know, be making a new friend, and you know, this person could, you know, lead to changing your life, because especially with the friendship, the literal friendship card over here, your spell card, which I'll get to in a minute, you could have like a very special friend that comes in and just, you know, changes your whole world, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna go to the oracle, and this is launching your journey. So it says, I am an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. So some of y'all, you know, may be going on a trip. Some of y'all may be wanting to travel, or you could be just planning a trip at the moment. But for the most part, you are getting ready to go, you know, go somewhere. So pack your bags if you haven't already, or, you know, this could be an indication that you need to plan a trip. You know, especially if you've been going, and you need, you know, some rest, or you need some relaxation, to hang out with friends. Perhaps maybe you can go on a trip with friends or with your significant other. This could be one of those things, if that makes sense. Okay, it says following your bliss, next card here, and it says my soul sings with joy. With following your bliss, to me it just says, you know, you're kind of marching to the beat of your own drum. You're kind of doing the things that you want to do. This could also tie into the going on a trip. It could be like a renewing trip, a much needed trip. You probably hadn't been on a trip in a long time, or at least that's how you feel. And you want to, yeah, you kind of want to get away, which I definitely understand. I definitely understand that. Anyway, so sorry, my ear is itching. Anyway, so we have simplifying your life, and it says, I cherish the simple pleasures of life. And this is someone who's kind of like releasing, getting rid of all this miscellaneous stuff. Very much again in line with the energy of the equinox that we're experiencing right now. This is all about, because yeah, I think it was supposed to start at like 1 p.m. ish. I can't remember exactly where, like if it was like East Coast, West Coast, whatever. You can look that up if you like. But anyway, we should be well into the equinox energy right now. But anyway, so this is all about like simplifying your life. This is all about like the release portion of the energy for the equinox, like releasing, renewing. You know, some of you could have just renewed a lease, also is what I'm hearing in my mind. You know, just renewal of yourself. Some of you, there could be like an emphasis on taking care of yourself. Like I mentioned, you know, the dentist, going to, you know, get on all your checkups, your appointments, and things of that nature. Not allowing yourself to get so far gone, or so far away, or so far gone that you start neglecting your body, and it starts, you know, conking out on you, if that makes sense. So, you know, just kind of being mindful of what you're doing in that sense. And making sure you're drinking, you know, hydrating, drinking a lot of water, eating good, just doing all the things, you know. Okay, and then you have friendship. Sorry, I got totally distracted from something on one of my Discord. It can't pop up. Okay, and it says for friendship, it says bring to me friendship true, sharing, laughter, understanding too. Okay, so yeah, so again, I really feel like this is like a this is more so for maybe a handful of you. Doesn't have to be for all of you, but for those of you who are in a romantic relationship, this is a romantic relationship that feels like you all were friends first, and maybe something happened to where it caused, you know, there was conflict in your relationship, and then but at the same time it didn't break your relationship. You were able to come together, hash things out, figure things out, and now you have a way forward. But it also, for others of you, it could mean that you do have a new friend coming in that will change your life for the better, or at least make a, you know, a good impact on you. This will be someone that you can trust. This will be someone that you can, you know, rely on, depend on. Someone who will be down to hang out, you know, no questions asked, you know, they will be considerate of you. You will be considerate of them. All the things. Like, this is, you know, a good friendship where, you know, there's sharing, there's laughter, you know, there's understanding, there's, you know, dependability, all the things. All right. So Aries, that was your reading. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, definitely leave me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know how it did resonate, if you feel comfortable doing so. Again, like I said, if you don't want to tell all your business, which I totally understand, you can just leave a comment, like a little comment emoji in the comment section, and that will let me know that, you know, you was rocking with me. And if it helps, I can give y'all, you know, a little emoji to put down in the thing. So Aries, put your emoji sign, your zodiac sign emoji, put that in the chat, or the chat, put that in the thingamajig, the comment section. I'm gonna get it together at some point, y'all. All right, so with that being said, I'm gonna move on to Taurus. See y'all next time. I do a reading that is for which that'll be for like the elemental readings for October. That'll be coming up in, you know, a week or two for Tauruses, unless I decide to do another pick a pile reading, which I think I will. I want to get a few of those out before I start my new job. So yeah, you know, definitely return to the channel. And if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe too. All right. Okay. Thank you. All right, Taurus. Sorry for all this sniffling. I don't know why my nose gets all stuffy when I want to do my readings. It's so annoying. All right, Taurus. Let's see when you are starting. Let's say let's say 58. No. All right, Taurus. Let's see what I'm getting for you. Sorry, Taurus. I don't know why, but I'm seeing like that ribbon. It's like a ribbon cake. I don't know if that's the actual title or accurate title of the cake, but it's like a black and white design, or it's black and white, the icing, and it's got the ribbons on top in the same color. But it's, I don't know, for some reason I'm seeing like a cake, a big cake. So I don't know, maybe some of you are going to like a wedding or something, or you could, since we're going into Libra season, some of you could be dealing with a Leo. I don't know, there could have been a slip that was meant to come out, but some of you may be going to like a birthday party since it's Libra season, or we're coming out of Virgo season. So could have been someone's birthday, or will be someone's birthday that you'll be celebrating. That wants to come out. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm seeing cake for some reason. And it could be shit, you just want some cake. That is very much a Taurus thing. Sometimes, you know, Tauruses love their sweet treats or just good food in general. And my rising sign is Taurus, and I do love a good cake. So I'm not even gonna hold you. So yeah. I'm also hearing the word moody for Tauruses. So some of you may be kind of in other Tauruses may be feeling kind of moody right now. I'm hearing something didn't go as planned. So maybe that could be, you know, attributed to your mood or why you're feeling moody, because something didn't go as planned or what you wanted. Should that one to come out. Again, sorry for the sniffling, y'all. I don't know why my nose wants to do this every single time I start doing these readings. Okay. Alright, let's turn these over. See what we got going on. Interesting. Huh. And I'm just kind of looking at the cards and just kind of getting a sense for everything. I believe the Wheel card came out in Aries reading. Yeah, I think it was Aries, so that's pretty funny. You just saw me shuffle the cards very well, so I don't know. That's pretty funny. Because these other two cards were not with the Wheel, so. Anyway, so you could be, maybe you're dealing with an Aries, Taurus. Excuse me. Or it could be like your fellow earth signs, because you have two earth cards out. A lot of earth things too. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So you have 10 of Earth that came out, and it says a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. Okay. So I feel like for my Tauruses, whatever that feeling was that gave some of you maybe like feeling moody about something and something not going your way, it could be like a kind of a small thing, and it's more so like a like an annoyance, if you will, because for the most part, as indicated by these cards, you all as a collective of Tauruses, you all are in pretty good shape. Like, you're very much content with things, but it could have just been something that just kind of irritated you, basically, that happened, because from what it says, your family life is good, financial security is good, and you're enjoying like the small things, like getting your favorite maybe getting your favorite cake or like comfort food, going out trying new restaurants is what I'm also hearing. Very much a Taurus thing. You're just very much family oriented or family centered right now. Partner centered, if it's just you and your significant other. I'm getting the sense that you just kind of want to be cozy, with a partner, with whatever's familiar. That's the sense that I get with Ten of Earth. It is a very family oriented card. I also get the sense of maybe hanging out with friends and family, but family more specifically though, as opposed to friends. But it could even be like because I got the cake imagery in my head. It's a specific cake that I'm seeing in my mind. I wish I could show it, but I can't because I'm recording on my phone. But yeah, I really feel like this is you all are what am I trying to say? Like, I'm seeing a wedding too, so yeah, it could very well be that you're attending some kind of wedding, some kind of birthday party, or it's just simply you wanted cake and you got cake, and that yeah, I'm hearing marble. Maybe that's the term that I was looking up for, like a marble cake or something, buttercream, that type of thing. So yeah, buttercream I feel like is a very like what do you call that? A staple cake for a lot of the cakes that they have at weddings. So yeah, I have some blueberry. I have a lemon and blueberry cake in there that I need to finish eating actually. So that might be a snack later, because I do have to eat lunch. I have not eaten lunch. I only ate breakfast earlier. So yeah, after I do these readings, that's what I'll be doing. Anyway, so yeah, that could be just kind of what you're doing. But for the most part, I feel like you all are very content during this autumn season, and autumn equinox, whatever. You're very much excited and happy, and just you kind of chill though. You're not overly excited of like doing too much. You're just very content is what I hear in my mind. All right, so then we go to the wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune in the regular tarot, and it says a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. So again, the same message kind of going into the second card here, as well as the third card, and I haven't even gotten to that, funny enough. But yeah, like I said, you're very content right now. Everything is kind of good, if that makes sense. So you don't really have much concern or much to worry about. It's just you could just be kind of feeling a little stubborn because maybe something is not right, but it's a little small thing. It's not even like big fish, if that makes sense. It's small. It's like small potatoes or something, so it's just like, I would say, even though it can be extremely annoying, when certain things don't go our way, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, don't allow that negativity to kind of take over. You know, give yourself a chance to really feel gratitude for the things that are going right, as opposed to focusing solely on what didn't go right, okay? Because the good fortune, the happy family, all things that are good and you know, positive in your life, that can change at the dime of a hat, or a dime of the hat. That doesn't make no sense. It could change at the drop of a dime, is what I was trying to say. And so just make sure you're speaking gratitude over everything. You know what I mean? Don't get too stubborn to where you're coming off as ungrateful. Okay? And so then we have the Six of Earth here. Okay. And it says, it's funny, you got the scales, and we're getting ready to go into Libra season, as well as, you know, this is the autumn equinox, so Libra, autumn, it kind of goes together. But yeah, so to me, this is about having balance again, having that gratitude, showing gratitude. You know, you could be, you know, things could be a lot different. Okay, so don't take anything for granted, is what I'm hearing. All right, and so it says gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debts. You got the Six of Earth. This what that is. I'm very much in tune or focused on that effort. For some reason, I'm hearing some of you may want to volunteer, or maybe you may like be called to go volunteer your time and effort to a cause that you feel, you know, strongly about. And this could also be your way of showing gratitude, of giving back, that type of thing. So that could be something that's kind of on your mind, and maybe even tied to some kind of disappointment, maybe something to go off the way you wanted it to, especially if it was like a community event that you wanted to participate in, or, you know, maybe it was something where your schedule conflicted and you weren't able to get to something to help, and it kind of left a sour taste in your mouth, and you kind of like, dude, what the heck? And so yeah, but I would say don't focus solely on that too much. Focus on what you can do. Like, maybe it's a thing where, okay, you couldn't help out at the event, but maybe you can send some stuff anyway. You know, maybe you can go volunteer for something else, or volunteer another event if you weren't able to make that specific event. Okay. All right. So then you have accepting what is, and we're on the oracle section now, and it says, I accept and embrace my inner majesty. Accepting what is. Again, this is all about, like, you know, being grateful, you know, focusing more so on what it is that you can see in front of you, as opposed to shoulda, coulda, wouldas, you know, or I wish this could have happened, instead of, okay, what do I see that's happening? What can I do to do something different, you know? Okay. And then we have planting seeds. Again, this is very much in alignment with the season that we're in, as well as I told this story earlier, but when I was getting my cards together, the decks together, this card was on the top deck of the Spellcards, and I was just like, yeah, this is gonna sit out for all the readings, because it's very much in line with the season that we're in, and the overall energy of what this all signs reading is about. So it says seeds. Planting seeds. It says seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. Excuse me. So yeah, you know, whatever this fortune is that, you know, you have, yeah, because it says financial security, fortune, fortune is on your side, is what it said on the will card, and then like gifts of money, time, effort. So yeah, you know, you're blessed with the opportunity to have time to be able to put forth effort. So be grateful for that. And then it says giving birth, and it says I am bringing forth new and I am bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. Yeah, you know, this could be all about birthing new ideas, putting things into practice, implementing some new system or something, you know, giving birth to some kind of endeavor, project endeavor. And it could be, because I'm getting strongly the sense of something surrounding community service. So I don't know, maybe you come up with like a nonprofit idea, or you're starting one, or you have one, and you know, maybe you planned an event and everything didn't go as planned, and so you're kind of like, you know what I mean? So that makes sense. That makes sense to be kind of frustrated if something, you know, didn't go according to plan. But at the same time, it's just like, be grateful. Be grateful that you know, have the opportunity to do what it is you're doing. Okay, and so then your spell card here is Psychic Protection. And it says, around me now, a shield of gold, protecting me strong and bold. Okay, so I feel like, you know, your investments, the things that you're putting your time and your effort into, they are protected. Even if, you know, something goes haywire or goes wrong or whatever, you're still protected. You don't have to worry. Sometimes things, you know, don't go according to plan all the time, but at the same time, it's like, okay, next time I'll do better, or I'll, you know, maybe I'll know what to look out for, so I won't make the same mistake again, or, you know, something to that effect. So when I see that Psychic Protection in the context of what just came out here, you are protected. You don't have to worry about that. Just be mindful of what to do next time, or what not to do next time. Okay, all right, so that was your reading, Taurus. If you enjoyed the reading, if it resonated, let me know down in the comment section how it resonated, if you feel comfortable sharing. If not, totally understand. You can just leave a emoji down in the comment section, preferably your zodiac sign emoji down in the comments, just so that I know, you know, who's, you know, interacting and doing all the things. So all right, so check back in with me for your weekly check-in reading for this week. I do special ones for Taurus, Libra, and Cancer. So yeah, and subscribe to the channel. You know, that way you'll be, you know, up to date and aware of when I drop new videos, which new videos will be coming soon. All right, bye, Taurus. See you next time. Okay. Whew. I may have to even stop this video or start again, because this is gonna be long, and I don't know if my little phone can take it. Or I'll have to hold off on recording the readings, the weekly readings, for a minute until I can get this one uploaded and do that. But anyway, yeah. All right, so next we got Gemini. Gemini, you already kind of booking, ain't you? No, I'm just like, okay. Okay. All right, let me make a little notey note here and see where going. Let's see. All right. Okay. Had to check and see where my battery was on my phone, because I am recording on my phone, so okay. Geminis, huh? just heard a Beyonce song. Well, I think it's not necessarily a Beyonce song. It's actually a Jay-Z song. But it's a nice song. That could be significant for you all. Maybe you'll listen to that, some of you. I know that's one of my favorite songs anyway. I be jamming to that song. I love it. You could just be overall enjoying music right now. Okay. Come on, bang. Lord. Okay, there we go. Also hearing the word shop. So some of you may be wanting to go shopping or go get something from the store, something specific. I'm here. Also seeing like grocery shopping. So I don't know, maybe some of you are wanting to go to the store, get you something good to make for din. I don't know. Okay. Those are your channeled messages, Gemini. Just trying to make sure I don't have anything else coming out for you all. And I don't know if my camera will cut off, but if it does, or this video cuts, I don't know, because I can't remember how long I can go, because I'm on my phone, of course. So I may have to start up a new video or something. Can't remember. It's been a while since I've done these doggone all signs readings. So, and I'm trying to speed up a little bit, but hey, I'm going to spend my time on this. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so the first card out here, and I was just kind of looking at the cards, just kind of get a sense of everything. But the first card out is Four of Water. And it says, missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. So there's something that you all are missing, literally. An opportunity, context clues, something that you're missing, nonetheless. And you know, Spirit is kind of asking you, especially during this season, this autumn equinox season. It's all about having clarity, letting go of things that don't serve you. If there's something that you need to be paying attention to, or there's something that you need to attend to, now's the time to do it, because without doing that, you could be missing an opportunity or missing something, something that could be beneficial to you, or could lead to like something rewarding for you. So yeah, definitely keep your eyes open to any possibilities, to any things that could be a detriment to you if you don't act on it or take care of it. Okay, then we have the High Priestess, Archangel Haniel, and it says, listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. Just exactly what I just said. Like, you just make sure that you're paying attention to things. I think that's a very strong message for you all here, Geminis. Yeah, like, carefully consider what it is you're doing, because yeah, there's something important that you're missing, and it can cause you some issues. It can cause it'll cause you some worries at some point. So you kind of need to just kind of be mindful of that. Okay. I'm also I'm attracted to this the book that she has in her hand, the High Priestess. So you may need to, maybe you need to do some research before doing something or going about something. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, I just heard in my mind, you don't have all the facts. You don't have all the facts. So yeah, there's something that you are missing. There's something that you need to pay attention to. Sorry, I'm trying to. I cannot stand notifications. That's why I usually turn them all off when I'm doing these videos on my phone. I hate notifications. Like, I love to talk to people. You know, I love to talk to my friends, see what's, you know, going on with them. But yeah, the notifications part of it just irritates me. So, send some likes on this thing. But yeah, it kind of irritates me. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe some of you are dealing with that too. Maybe you kind of getting annoyed with notifications or something. But that could just be me. But you know, whenever I say something, whenever things come out, I feel like there's a reason that it'll come out, especially if it's kind of random. Whoever I'm reading for at the time, that always, you know, can be for them. But anyway, I'm very attracted to this book that she has in her hand, the High Priestess here. So yeah, you're definitely missing something. You don't have all the facts, so you definitely, you know, will probably do well in researching something before you make a move, and also just kind of watch out for boredom, because usually it's kind of like the saying with the idle hands, you know. Just be mindful that, you know, you're not overlooking things that you could be doing, especially when it comes to like progressing. Okay. And then you have Queen of Water here, and it says tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, loving, and it says relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. So this could even tap into doing something like, maybe you need to, I don't say you need to, but maybe you should consider maybe some natural remedies, some home remedies, just in case maybe like a child is sick in your family, or maybe, you know, your significant other, or even you, and maybe, you know, you go to the doctor, or you did go to the doctor, and they can't really figure out what's going on. And so this could be like a good time to kind of study up on like home remedies, health, you know, remedies, or even like go and get like a second opinion, which could also tie into the missing an opportunity or not having all the facts about something. Because you don't just, you know, symptoms, especially like with sickness, symptoms don't just come out of nowhere, if that makes sense. Like, there's always some kind of lingering or underlying factor when you have all these, like, when you have like these weird symptoms sometimes when it comes to like sickness. So, you know, it could be like, say you're getting ready to catch a cold, you know, before you even get the cold, or before it's full blown, sometimes you have like a scratchy throat, or, you know, in my case, sometimes a sniffly nose, you know, or a runny nose, or you may feel feverish, you know, all the things. But it's also like a precursor to, you know, before it's like totally full blown, if that makes sense. All right. So yeah, that's what I get with that Queen of Water card. And I think this is also with tender-hearted and empathetic, patient. You could be like wanting to find the answers without doing the work, and that's kind of could make you kind of impatient, if that makes sense. Even though it says patient down there, but I'm feeling like a sense of impatientness, if that makes sense, or impatience rather. And there's need to kind of focus on gathering information before making a decision or making a move. Okay. All right. So then we have for your oracle, believing in magic, and it says true magic is abounding in my life. So yeah, I think that, you know, whatever it is that I get the sense, especially with the boredom in this 4 water card, trusting your intuition and caring for yourself and others. It's especially the boredom. I'm feeling like Spirit is kind of asking you, especially during this time, to see the beauty in things, to see, and you actually have beauty out here, the spell card here, but to see like the good in something, to see the, I think just Taurus's reading, I was speaking about gratitude, and I feel like with you all more so, this is like out of boredom. Try not to get so caught up in what's not going right, because a lot of times, you know, because you're bored, because you're, you know, unimpressed, or you feel like something can be better, which there's nothing wrong with any of those things, it kind of puts you in a mood to where you're like, okay, this is you know, it kind of puts you like in a mood, if that makes sense. And it's kind of like, okay, you know, if you're bored with something, you know, actively work to change it. You know, if you're tired of something, actively work to change it. So that's what I'm getting. It's like to have more faith, to have more what's the word I'm looking for? I'm thinking, y'all. Put more like emphasis on your living or your life, right? Like yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Romanticize your life, because I feel like because you're kind of bored, you know, you need some excitement, if that makes sense. And so it's like, put magic into it, like, you know, do something that you haven't done before. You know, go out, you know, go check new things out, you know, do things like that. Okay. Okay, so then we have exceeding expectations here, and it says I soar into excellence. I feel like exceeding expectations, like once you put yourself out there, or not even like putting yourself out there necessarily, so I take that back, but once you see what's out there, rather, once you, and when I say out there, I mean like outside of yourself, like in the world, like, you know, because I'm stuck again, I'm kind of stuck on the boredom with Geminis. And so like Geminis, they're very, you know, I was just mentioning my Lilith is in Gemini, so talkative. Geminis are very talkative, they're very communicative, they can talk to anybody and talk about anything, you know, anything that they specialize in, and even things they don't specialize in, you know, because to me, I feel like Geminis are kind of like natural researchers. Like they will look up information, they will study new things, they will figure things out, you know, they're very, you know, inquisitive, you know, and want and willing to learn about different things. So they're very like very much air sign because they want to know, the knows, like they want to get deep and down into things. And so I feel like you're bored because you don't feel like you're being challenged in some aspects. And so it's kind of like, you know, you all need you need stimulation, and mental stimulation at that. So it's kind of like, you know, trying to get yourself out of the boredom and do something new, do something that makes you feel magical, that makes, you know, that, and it's going to lead to the like you exceeding your own expectations or your own, you know, self-limiting beliefs about certain things. Okay. And then you have trusting your intuition. and it aligns not only with the Queen of Water, because it has intuition on here too. It says trust your intuition, then you have trusting your intuition, then you have listen to your intuition over here with the High Priestess. So it's a lot of, you know, trusting yourself that needs to happen, you know. Trust that you're, you know, the things that you get into, that you discover about yourself, is going to exceed your expectations. Like, you're going to, this autumn season, you're going to embark on something and it's going to exceed your expectations. Like, you're going to see the beauty in it's, you know, the promise in something, the, you know, it's gonna, you're gonna come out of that bored or discontented, discontented is a word, but discontentment is a word. I know, because it's right here, but you're gonna come out of that energy of feeling like the stagnancy is also what I'm hearing, another word. Yeah, you just need some excitement, I feel, Geminis, this season. And I think the way in order to do that is to romanticize things. Start romanticizing things. Start getting out more. Start doing more things. If you've been kind of recluse into yourself, give yourself a chance to kind of get out there and be your communicative self, like your bubbly, open self, and naturally inquisitive self. Because when I see Geminis, I just feel like they're just like the inquisitive ones in the sign, in the zodiac. But the ones, because there are other signs that are kind of inquisitive, but more so like on a analytical, more academic way, as opposed to with Geminis. I feel like they're more inquisitive in the sense that they want to know why people do the things that they do, what makes people tick, you know, that type of thing. And anybody can correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, that's what I feel. And then again, of course, you have beauty out here, and it says, I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within to shine. So again, I feel like this is all about like putting yourself forward and putting yourself out there, allowing yourself to be seen, but more so just doing it for yourself, not necessarily for, you know, anybody else's attention necessarily, but more so for yourself, so you can feel something, like you can feel better about certain things, you know, because I feel, you know, you're needing that excitement. You need the magic, like you need to feel the spark in something for some reason. So that's what I'm getting for Geminis. If it, you know, the reading resonated, definitely leave me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know how it resonated. If you don't feel comfortable sharing your information, I understand that. Just leave me a Gemini zodiac emoji down in the comment section, so that I know that you enjoyed the reading. You know, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, do all the things, and I will see you next time. All right, Cancer. Let's see. Ready. Okay, Gemini, starting with you. I mean, not Gemini, Cancer, I'm sorry. Just did Gemini. I don't know, maybe some of y'all are dealing with Geminis, or maybe they're cross-watching, you know, how that goes. Cancer, I don't know why suddenly I'm feeling, excuse me, sour is what I'm hearing, the word. I don't know, some of you Cancers may like those sour candies, like the lemon heads. I don't know, for some reason I'm getting lemon heads, or some of you, yeah, y'all may be craving like the lemon heads for some reason, or lemonade itself, but something that's sour, you know, you're enjoying, or maybe you feel sour about something. I don't know. Let's see what else we got. Maybe somebody was speaking to you harshly, so that made you feel sour. Something was soured. I don't know. That's kind of a funny, it kind of feels like a old-timey way of saying things, but that's what I'm hearing. Just think, you know, just making sure I don't have any other channeled message for you all, Cancers. I'm hearing change of plans. So whatever this is, kind of something similar that happened in shoot, I can't remember which other signs reading, but they had like a plans didn't go off with a hitch or something like, or something like didn't go as planned. That's what it was. But I feel like this is more so different in a way that this change of plans doesn't really bother you necessarily. But whatever had you sour or something soured, I don't feel like I feel like those are two different things, if that makes sense. But we're going to get into the cards and kind of see what's going on here. Interesting. I know for sure the Ten of Earth card came out for someone else, for another sign. The zodiac signs that I just did, as well as this one card, simplifying your life. So, and I can't remember which one it was though. So if you feel compelled to, and I forgot to mention this in the beginning, but if you definitely listen to messages, and I'll make sure, let me do that right now. Send for all placements. Make that in my notes when I'm putting my information in the description box. But anyway, if you feel compelled to go look at, your different placements, especially like your major placements, definitely do that, because there could be messages in there for you. So yeah. Oh yeah, let's turn this. And beauty. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I know for sure beauty just came out for Cancer or Gemini. No, what am I on? Which one am I on? Oh Lord. Cancer. Yes, I'm on Cancer. I'm sorry. Oh goodness. It just came out for Gemini is what I was trying to say. Okay. Yeah. I'm just getting a feel for the cards and how they go together, y'all. Interesting. Okay, so first you have the Ten of Earth that came out, okay? And it says, a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. So I mentioned like something going sour or being sour. If it's not those of you who just kind of are craving some sour candy, if it's more so to do with like something souring or something like not quite getting to fruition, if that makes sense, or coming through. I feel like I'm hearing the word let go, and this is also goes well with the energy of the autumn equinox or whatever. So, it's like releasing what is not serving you, especially if it's like not just you involved, but like your family involved, because the Ten of Earth is all about it's a family card, so it's all about like family life, home life, that type of thing. So if it's something that went sour, if there's something that some kind of major life decision that you need to make in regards to how it will like impact your family, this is a good time to be doing that. Even if you feel like, because I'm hearing a word, I'm saying something about uprooting. So this could be like, maybe you need to move your family to a different place, just for their safety, just for their well-being. And this, this time frame, even though school is kind of well into like have started the school year, it still may be necessary for you to do it, is what I'm hearing. Yeah. And you'll be able, if you're worried about, whether or not how things will go for you in this new move or whatever, you're going to find the magic in the little things. Like, you're going to find the beauty in things, because you have the beauty card out here too. You can't really see it right there, but you'll find your way, if that makes sense. Like your whole family rather, because I'm sensing like a family thing, or family maybe having to abruptly move for whatever reason. Yeah, something happens where some of you may have to move, Cancers, and it's kind of causing you some heartache, because I'm also, maybe it's like a family house that you all were in, but maybe something happened to where you lost it, or you couldn't maintain it or something like that, and it's really causing you great sadness, because you have the Three of Air here. So that's like the Three of Swords in the original tarot. Yeah, and you could be dealing with the air sign as well as other earth signs. Yeah, but it says great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. So yeah, this could be like having to uproot yourself, or maybe uprooting your family is kind of taking a toll on you, some of you, and in time, you all heal, especially if it's a situation where you may have lost a house or some kind of family heirloom or something like that, maybe some land that was in your family for like generations, and it's just kind of like, dang, I lost it, and it was my job to maintain it, to keep it or something. Because yeah, with the land, I'm also seeing like a farm too. Maybe you could keep upkeep with the farm, and have to kind of let it go. And it may have caused you like some heartache, or you're still kind of dealing with the heartache or whatever. But I think eventually, especially with this King of Earth coming out, you'll get to a better place, a better spot. Like the move that you're dreading, the move, or the move, like a move that you make, if it's not like a literal move, something that you're doing for yourself or for your family, is going to turn out to be successful, because you have King of Earth, and it says generous, professional, responsible, practical, and it says a successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered, the Midas touch. So because you do this, because you take a leap of faith, and I think I mentioned it in a different another sign reading, or this, yeah, in the same video that you're watching now. But so yeah, definitely go check out your other placements just in case you may get the same message or a confirmation, you know, that the messages are there for you. But anyway, you know, the moves that you make, the decision that you make it's a practical one, it's a responsible one. Earth signs are, you know, kind of naturally responsible. They're down to earth. They you know, they think practically, they think things through, you know, before acting. Even though Cancer, you're a, you know, water sign, you know, maybe you have a family member who's an earth sign, or, you know, a partner who's an earth sign, and maybe they can kind of help you, guide you to feel a bit better about making a decision. Like they, you know, they've done like maybe some research, maybe you have as well. You all put your heads together and you come up with a good solution, you know, to the problem, or to the thing that you need to do, and it turns out to be, you know, successful. Okay, so we're gonna go to the Oracle, and it says simplifying your life. I cherish the simple pleasures of life, and so this could also be kind of like getting rid of things, because I'm also, this kind of makes me think of like a storage unit or something, and maybe, you know, you're having to put things in storage that you don't really want to put in storage. You know, you want your stuff next to you. Maybe you all having to downsize. That also could be an indication of, you know, leaving a house that you lived in for so long, and then you have to downsize because, you know, for financial reasons, or, you know, maybe kids have grown up, aged out of the house, whatever. It's too much room for you all, some of you. So, you know, you're downsizing, and some things may be kind of hard to part with, or hard to put away, or hard to give away, that type of thing. Then you have dwelling in truth, and it says, I stand in the light of truth. I feel like this is more so going towards the responsible, practical thing here, as well as take time to heal. Whatever the case is, that this energy for you, or however it plays out for you, you're going to come into the truth of the matter, and you're going to see why what happened needs to happen. You know, why you had to go through a sadness, why you had to go through a major shakeup or something like that, to that effect, because it's going to get you to here, to the King of Earth, and also to the being in the flow thing, or being in the flow card, I'm sorry. And it says, I am in the flow of the universe. So yeah, you are at, you know, you're at peace, you're at balance once you make it here to this energy, the King of Earth. You know, so yeah, this could be whatever the great sadness was with the Three of Air. It could have been like a tower moment, you know, having to abruptly move or abruptly make a decision that, you know, may have caused you great heartache. But it was a necessary decision, and it was a responsible one, a practical one. I'm really focused on those two words, responsible, practical, because yeah, it could have been something where you really didn't want to be responsible in the moment, like you wanted to try to, you know, kind of figure it out. But if you did do that, it would have turned out not so good for you, not so great. So especially if you have, you know, other people that are depending on you, you know, family wise or friend wise, whatever, it was the best decision that you could make, and it's the best practical, like it's the practical, I can't even talk, it's a practical one. Okay, all right, so then we have beauty for Cancer, and let's see, and it says, I have a form which is divine, I allow what is within to shine. Okay, and so you will see the beauty in why, because I keep hearing why as well. So some of you may be kind of like, why is this happening? Why is this, you know, why did it have to happen? And that's the question you keep asking yourself over and over and over and over again, Cancers. And it's just kind of like, okay, but you're going to understand why. You're going to see the beauty in it. You're going to see, even though it's like, you know, it's kind of cliche, but at the same time, it's like you're going to understand why certain things have to happen the way that they happen. Okay, so hopefully this resonated for you, Cancers. If it did, definitely leave me a comment down in the comment section and let me know how it resonated if you feel comfortable sharing. If not, you can just leave me your Cancer zodiac emoji down in the comment section, just to let me know that you know you're rocking with me, you enjoy the reading, all that jazz. Yeah, so with that, I'm gonna move on to the next sign. And again, you know, if you know your different placements, definitely watch the reading or the section for that, and you can get even more confirmation, more messages to kind of, you know, let you know what's kind of going on this autumn equinox season for you. Sorry if you hear the siren or whatever in the background. Somebody then probably had a red, Lord. Lord. Anyway. Alright, so yeah, see you next time, Cancers. We're moving on to Leo. I don't know if this video will cut off or stop because I don't know how long it goes for me on my phone. So I'm gonna keep rocking. You know, if I get stuck or if I stop abruptly, it'll start right back up once I have this first part uploaded or whatever, however I do it. But anyway, so Leo, let's see where I'm going to get with I kind of started already. So let's say, okay, Leo. So I don't know, for some reason, Leo, for some reason, hula hooping is coming out for you. I don't know why. That's so weird. So some of you may be going hula hooping or something. That's interesting. Hula hooping, jump roping. I'm getting like the sense of, yeah, y'all may be doing like some outside activities. Maybe you're taking kids to a park or something. Just like a family fun day. Excuse me, where you go out and you just kind of hang out. You know, maybe you're putting something on the grill because it's still kind of warm out. Or at least it's like a nice energy. You know, the seasons, you know, with us going into the autumn season, the temp could be just right, you know, not too hot, not too cold. Sorry for that sniffle. Yeah, okay, trying to see if I get anything else channeled message wise. For some reason I'm hearing stick to it. Stick to something. Maybe there's something that you started that you need to finish, that you have not finished, but you need to see it through. Don't know what that could be about, but definitely see it through. Okay. Also check your other placements if you know them, because a couple of these cards, and I have shuffled them thoroughly after each, you know, reading that I do for each sign, and some of the same cards are coming out for that came out before for readings or the, you know, signs previous to yours. So definitely check your placements, signs, and go from there. Again, if my camera cuts out or the video cuts out, it's going to start right back up because I'll just need to upload it and just put the second part or second half on to for y'all. Okay, so because yeah, I don't know how long my camera will keep going. I might run out of space, I don't know. Especially that's what usually happens with these long videos, and you're, you know, filming on your camera, but you have a little mini camera here, so you know, might as well film on your phone. But I also need to make sure that I don't go that I don't lose my battery. Said that all country like. Anyway, let me stop yapping, y'all. Lord. Okay. So I didn't have any other like channeled message necessarily for you all, Leo, but let's go ahead and get into your cards. So you have the Two of Water, and it says a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. So you got there. I feel like this is more so, and also looking at this other card, I feel like this is not necessarily romantic relationships that I'm thinking about. This is more so like friendships, partnerships. So maybe you going into this season, maybe your partnerships is going to be at the forefront for you, Leos. Business ventures. You all could be starting a new job, or maybe you're starting a new business or getting involved in a business, and you're bringing your consulting expertise or any type of expertise you may have. You could be consulting or bringing your what you know to the table, and so this could remedy a situation because it says the positive resolution of a conflict. So I'm getting partnerships very strong in Libra season starts tomorrow, and so very much on point with this season. So you also have something about seeds well planted, blossoming, and you have like a kind of like you see like the dirt and the roots of the trees, and this one little bush thing kind of growing. But anyway, I love when all like synchronicities kind of happen at once. But anyway, so you all Leos, your partnerships are very much significant in this season. But this is it's going to be a good thing because it says a relationship that continues to grow closer. So in your partnerships, it's the best of both worlds in that what you bring to the table and what that other party brings to the table is a recipe for success for you all. And so you're getting the what you need. Okay. And so let's see here. So then you have 7 of Earth, and then it says seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So whatever, I think that something's going to happen to where like that pause that I was talking about in the channeled message, or not allowing anything to kind of what is the word I'm looking for, procrastinating on something. If there's a temporary pause, there's no need to worry about it. You have seeds that you planted really well. Your partnership is going good, so you don't necessarily have to worry about something falling, or not falling but failing. You planted your seeds well, like you put all your hard work, you put all your effort into it, so you don't have to necessarily worry about it. But don't get too comfortable as far as like allowing the pause to kind of knock you off your game, if that makes sense. You want to take care of anything, and I'm pretty sure that my phrasing came up in another zodiac signs reading. So definitely check out your other placements, because I get the sense of someone, for you all, like procrastinating on something. Excuse me. Yeah, I get the sense of like procrastinating, and it's just kind of like, okay, you know, don't get too comfortable just because things are well, well planted, things are good. Don't get too complacent. Okay, so then we have Two of Fire. You can kind of see that, and it says you've come into your own new partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. So yeah, don't the temporary pause or the need, and it could have just been that you needed to kind of pause or take a step back, but at the same time, it's just like, don't get too lost in that, especially with your oracle card down here, savoring pleasure. Don't get too caught up with the silver shiny things. Don't get too caught up in like, oh my god, this is actually happening, as opposed to actually doing the work, if that makes sense. All right, so to the oracle, with that being said, it says expecting miracles, and it says miracles are blossoming in my life. Again, whatever this partnership is, relationship is that you just cultivated, built, it's going to bring miracles into your life, and it's going to blossom. It's going to even blossom into even more things. Savoring pleasure. It says I fully embrace bliss in my life. Again, don't get too caught up in the sauce. Don't get lost in the sauce, if that makes sense. Like, yes, it's cool. Yes, it's awesome that something that some seed that you planted, some thing that you may have put in someone's ear may have led to a good opportunity for you, but don't fumble it. If that makes sense. Don't get too caught up in the titles and the accolades. Just make sure you're doing the work. Make sure that you are, not, enjoy it, but also understand that you have to get to work too, because this is a partnership. There are contracts involved, so there's things that are expected of you. So make sure you're not losing sight of what's important. Okay. And then it says healing from the past. It says I step into my future with strength and clarity. I feel like with this insight, you won't allow, because maybe like in the past you may have had opportunities where you kind of squandered it, or you kind of didn't do the best because you did kind of get lost in the sauce with it, or kind of was more so excited about the accolades and the bragging about it, or doing different things as opposed to what you were supposed to do. And so that kind of could have made you face like a conflict in the past, but you're a little bit better, you're more mature when it comes to this. And so yeah, you kind of healed from that past or that conflict or whatever. And then you have new beginnings. And it says, let the magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. So yeah, that old stagnant energy, that old like immaturity, you've thrown out the window, and you're ready for this new beginning. You're ready for this new partnership. Like, you're not gonna fumble it this time. You're gonna, savor the pleasure of it, as far as like enjoy the fruits of your labor, the seeds that you planted, which has been a running theme throughout this video, which I'm so glad that I called the all signs reading, the autumnal equinox. Finally got it right now. It was the first time for Leos I got it right. But anyway, so yeah, you're ready. And it's funny enough, this new beginning is all about like transformation, and I did see a butterfly earlier, so it made me think about that, even though that butterfly was kind of like the yellowish orange color. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, this, whatever this new partnership is going to transform your whole life. It's what the butterflies represent, and it's very much aligned with You know, the equinox, because it's all about balance, it's all about change, it's all about, you know, release, you know, and butterflies, they come out of their, you know, their cocoon, the shell, whatever it's called. And so, you know, you're emerging, you're you know, emerging anew, if that makes sense, into this two of fire energy, where you're moving forward and you're going after, you know, what you want. So that's what I have for you, Leo. Hopefully the reading resonated and you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know how it resonated. If you don't feel comfortable sharing exactly how it resonated, definitely don't have to, but leave me a you know, your Leo zodiac sign emoji down in the comment section, or you can put the lion down in there as well. Like the video, share the video, do all the things that I talk about and ask for. Like costs nothing, it's just an easy way to show some support, and yeah, go from there. All right, see you next time, Leos. Okay. Whew. These all sign readings are a lot, boy. My phone is hot. Well, it's not that hot. That's good. Hopefully I can get through this before it even... Yeah, it's still good, I think. 42%. Or percent. I'm saying a word all wrong. I feel like I want it to come out, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, Virgos, I'm gonna say you all started here. Okay, Virgos, we are on you. Okay. Interesting. I heard spotlight for Virgos. Interesting. I don't know, maybe you're being put on the spot for some reason. And also it is, we're coming out of Virgo season. And about to enter into Libra season. Excuse me. But for those of you who, you know, last day of Virgo season, maybe you all are celebrating your birthday, and so that's putting you on the spot, because all attention is on you for your celebration, which by the way, happy birthday, Virgos, even though it's the end of your season. But I do think I said happy birthday to the Virgos and stuff, so yep. If not, totally happy birthday. That's interesting. You got two cards down here, which is cool. Okay. Or two, you know what I mean. Technically, you'll have an additional oracle card here. Okay, and let's get your spell card for this autumn equinox, autumnal equinox. Say it again correctly the next time. Okay, let's see, Virgos. Flowers. I'm also hearing fresh flowers, so maybe some of you want flowers, or you need to go get some to kind of put some freshness in your life. Interesting. Okay. Okay. And let's see what we got here. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm just kind of looking at the cards, and again, I don't know how long this video will allow me to go because I'm doing it on my phone. So if it stops abruptly, I will start back up and finish the reading out, of course, because I only have so much battery power as well as space on my phone. So, but I will again start up again shortly. So it'll be, you probably wouldn't even notice it if it did go out. Also, if you feel compelled to check your other placements for the all signs reading, do that, because there could be messages in there for you. So yeah. All right. First card out for you all Virgos is Seven of Water, and it says a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. So yeah, I feel like you have this season, you may have like a lot of different options, especially when it comes to romance, because you got the romance card out here. But for sure, I'm also getting like planning. Virgos, and Virgos are very much into organizing and trying to get their life together. They plan everything, so they overanalyze things. So this is if it's very much, you could kind of feel out of balance, Virgos, this season, which is causing you, because you're kind of discombobulated, it's kind of causing you to procrastinate, and so you kind of want to avoid that. This is a season for clarity, so to best tap into their energy, utilize your organizational skills, your analytical skills, and come up with a plan of action. See all the options that you have, but don't allow it to overwhelm you too much. Give yourself some grace and give yourself some time to kind of go through each thing, and analyze each thing, which is something, again, what you're good at, and see what all you need to do, because it's like you have so many, like, it's kind of like the Seven of Cups, so in the original tarot, Seven of Water. So you have all these cups, and it's just kind of like, which one do I choose, which one do I look in, so on and so forth. And so that's what can kind of cause you to procrastinate, because you don't really want to have to choose. You kind of want it to just kind of be given to you or handed to you, and it doesn't work that way. So kind of like Libras, how Libras we can be very indecisive sometimes, but it's not necessarily that we're indecisive per se. It's just more so we have so many options, or we know that we have options, and so we're trying to weigh things and balance things out. So again, because we're so close, Libras and Virgos are so close together, so they can you can kind of pick up on each other's traits, I feel. So yeah, just if you need to do more research, do that as well, which that's something you're also good at, is finding things out, researching, finding the answers, finding resources, that type of thing. Okay, so then we have the Moon, Archangel Haniel, and it says important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. So there even could be like, because I'm really drawn to the fears. Okay, so with the decision making, there could be fear surrounding that. So that's why it's also causing you to procrastinate. And so it's like, to overcome those fears, again, do your due diligence, do your research, figure things out, make a plan. And it'll kind of get rid of those nerves about making a decision. And it could even be like a decision regarding romance of some sort. So if that is the case also, then again, give yourself some grace, give yourself some time to weigh your options, to make a pros and cons list if it's if it's for some of you, if it has to do with romance, because you could be, maybe you're you know, feeling more than one person. And it's kind of like, okay, I need to kind of figure out, you know, who I want to go with, what I like, so on and so forth. Okay. Then you have the Three of Fire, and it says abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. So again, yeah, it's all about, like, you know, making a plan, having patience with yourself, you know, giving yourself grace again. Just kind of taking your time. Even with this and with fire, the Three of Fire, I still feel like, you know, you can kind of, because Virgos are earth signs, you can kind of, you know, hold that energy, get that energy back under control, and just kind of figure your way out, or figure a way out, you know, when it comes to that. You can slow down and make your plan, and, you know, eliminate those fears, eliminate the need to procrastinate or the want to procrastinate. All right. And so then we have we're going into the Oracle, and I know I'm kind of speeding up a little bit, so if I'm speaking kind of quickly, I don't mean to, but I'm just kind of going, you know, with what I'm seeing here. Okay, so it says stepping into stillness, and you have my power is born in the majesty of silence, and then it says standing firm, and it says I am noble, brave, and strong. These two came out together, so I feel like, you know, once you give yourself a chance to really, like, slow down for a second and just kind of be silent and just kind of get in your head a little bit more and write whatever is going on in your head out and put it on paper, I feel like that would kind of help you to kind of overcome some of the fears you may have surrounding, like, making your decisions, or doing something that you know you need to do. It can help for you to kind of flesh everything out and see where you are. Okay, then you can get to the energy of standing firm, and it says I am noble, brave, and strong. So yeah, you know, don't allow the scaries to get you, you know. You'll figure that out. You'll figure that part out. And so then you have launching your journey, and it says I am an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. So this card, it just makes me think that you're going to get ready to travel somewhere. This could be like a much needed vacation for you. It can also help with you sort of being so kind of feeling uptight in a way, when it comes to, like, whatever the fears are, you know, whatever decision you make and the options, you finally figure it out, and you're like, okay, whew, now I can kind of take a load off. Now I can kind of chill out, and you can, you know, take that trip and kind of get yourself recalibrated. And then you have sharing of yourself, and it says I am an incredibly generous being. So this means, like, sharing of your time. Again, I heard spotlight when I first was channeling for you all Virgos, and so this could also be like you know, putting yourself out there to be seen, especially if it's romance wise for some of you, but also just being seen. You're not afraid to be your authentic self, you know, let your, what is it called, freak flag fly, if that makes sense. You're just being yourself, and, you know, whoever gravitates towards that, that's your person. Okay, so this season, overcome your fears. Don't be afraid to be seen. Don't, you know, stand firm. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself a chance to kind of decompress. If you feel scared about making decisions, give it time, figure it out, and go back to it. It's going to end in abundance. You're going to figure it out, and you'll be in a better place, okay? And you'll have the romance that you desire, especially if, you know, you're starting to put yourself out there during this season to, you know, find a mate, or just simply find a connection. You know, it don't even have to be as deep as finding a mate. You know, you could just be like, hey, okay, I feel you, you feel me, let's go on a couple of dates and have, you know, have a good time. All right, so hopefully that resonated for you, Virgos. If it did, let me know down in the comment section. You can leave, you know, how it resonated for you, if you feel comfortable sharing. If not, totally understand. Leave your, what am I trying to say? Leave your Virgo zodiac emoji down in the comment section so that I know you enjoyed the reading. And I will see you next time. Right, and then we're going to go into Scorpio. Ooh, I may have to wait and do the weekly check-in readings for Libra, Cancer, and Taurus because I'm going to need a break after this. I didn't even eat lunch like I said it was, but I knew this was probably going to take like a couple of hours, so I wasn't even tripping, but definitely will be taking a break after this thing. Okay, so let's see, Scorpio, I'll be on you. I'm gonna say, let's say that. Okay, Scorpio. Excuse me. Kind of like Tauruses, I'm seeing that Scorpios kind of have a sweet tooth lately. But I'm getting more so that you all are craving like chocolate for some reason. Hate freaking gnats flying around. Nothing was flying around until just now. Okay. Oops. Okay. Oh, I see you. Okay. Yeah, you all have a sweet tooth lately. You're kind of feeling like you just want to, you know, kind of like Taurus, like I said, you want some comfort food, but more so, yours is more so heavily on this sweet tooth thing. And it could just be like a phase you're going through, or just a craving, really. Yeah, I feel like whatever, you know, it's kind of temporary. I just heard the blues. Some of you could be listening to the blues, oddly enough. I don't want to say oddly enough because, you know, you can like the blues. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It could be like, it could even be like a blues concert, maybe. Some of you went to like a concert and they had blues artists, or a mixture of different genres. But it's like, yeah, because I'm getting like concert, blues festival, or like, if it's not necessarily just a blues festival, it's just a music festival of some sort. And, you know, festival, concert, and maybe somebody, maybe someone at the thing is a blues artist or something like that, or significant, I'll say that. All right, let's turn these over. Okay. Interesting. Also check your placements, your additional placements, because you may have messages in there for you. Additional messages, I mean. Alright, so first out, Scorpio, you have Queen of Fire here. And it's confident, warm, intelligent, graceful. And it says, stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence. Oh, thought I heard something. Assert your independence and creativity. Yeah. So yeah, this season you may need to assert yourself. Maybe you need to stand up for yourself, because you do have standing firm down here. And we'll get to that in a minute, but yeah, there may be for some reason you need to stand up for yourself, is what I'm hearing. Somebody may be trying you in this season or whatever, or you know, at this time, and you may need to stand up for yourself. And I think standing up for yourself is going to lead to your victory, or a victory rather, because you have 6 of fire here. And it says victory, good news is on its way, public recognition or awards. So whatever you do by standing up for yourself, it could lead to some kind of public recognition, or, you know, you could be recognized for, you know, because you stood up for something, it helped someone else. Also, Scorpios, you're a water sign, but you could be dealing with a fire sign as well as an air sign. You have 9 of air out, and now this says expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. So there could be, I don't really necessarily get that something worse is going to happen or something like that, or you know, you should feel scared about something or weary of something. I just really think that this is more so self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights. I think something is making you uncomfortable. You may feel a bit uncomfortable asserting yourself. You may want to kind of shy away from that, or kind of pull yourself back, but at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, don't do that. You know, don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Don't be afraid to stand up for others, because what you do could help others, you know, if that makes sense. All right, so then we have standing firm, and it's like, I am noble, brave, and strong. And so again, you know, when you stand firm, you allow people to see that, no, you cannot mess with me. You know, you can't sun me, basically. You know, standing firm for yourself, and not only lets other people know, you know, or be aware of who you are, you know, but it also can inspire others to stand up as well. Because I'm really getting strongly like standing up for yourself and for others, and just by you doing what you do, it can inspire others, you know, to not take anything. And you could get like some kind of award. Maybe it's something that happens at work, maybe, and you get like an award for your bravery, or for like your I forget, there's a perseverance or something like that. It's something, but anyway, you get recognized for your endeavors, like for your efforts. I mean, probably endeavors and efforts, I don't know. So then you have manifesting dreams, and it says my dreams are coming true. And you kind of have like the harvest here, which is the whole theme pretty much of the autumnal equinox. But yeah, your harvest comes in when you know, show kindness, you know, you assert yourself, you go for what you want, and again, helping others. But yeah, your dreams are coming true. Then you have sharing yourself right here, and it says I am an incredibly generous being. Sharing of yourself. So again, giving of yourself, standing up for others, helping others, even in the face of like adversity, even in the face of feeling scared, you do it scared, and you get things done. Okay. And so lastly, you have abundance, and it says, Goddess of abundance divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. So it's not the fact that you're doing this just for personal gain or anything, but you're doing it because you feel strongly about it, if that makes sense. But the reward is that you do end up getting something out of it, because you were so selfless, because you were so willing to put yourself out there, put yourself in the line of fire, if that makes sense, in order to help someone else, in order to save someone else. Okay, so hopefully that resonated with you, Scorpios. I know it was kind of I'm speeding up a little bit, because again, I'm kind of worried about my time here on my recording here, and I don't want it to end too much, or end too quickly or abruptly or anything. So I'm kind of making sure I'm kind of speeding up a little bit and not being so yappy, because I can be yappy. But anyway, yeah, if it resonated, leave me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know how it resonated. If you don't feel comfortable sharing, definitely just, you know, leave your Scorpio zodiac emoji down in the comments, and lets me know that you enjoyed it. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on with you all. Just heard the words truth be told, so maybe you are Sagittarius, you will be discovering something, or you need to find out the truth about something. Or you're like, truth be told, such and such and such. Or you could, yeah, it could be you that's speaking the truth on something. See if I get any other channel messages for you, Sagittarius. Also here, know your worth. Maybe there's something somewhere where you may be selling yourself short, or you just accepting anything and it's just not what you should be doing. You should have more faith in yourself. You should demand more. Excuse me. Okay, so Sagittarius, the first card you have out is Eight of Fire. And it says, events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. So during this autumnal equinox season, you could be feeling like things are, so much is going on at once. and you kind of can't wrap your head or mind around it. But at the same time, you kind of need to be a bit more mindful of not just accepting anything, because with all this going on here with the staff here, all these little things extending from it, as well as the 7 of water out here with all these cups, yeah, you could feel like you have so many options or so many things that you have to do that it can be hard to really focus on one thing at a time. Or you could have so many options to where you don't know what you should pick or what you should choose, but you know, make sure you're not selling yourself short when it comes to whatever you choose to. So that could be why I heard that don't sell yourself short or whatever. Okay. Yeah, things are moving at a rapid pace for my Sagittariuses. You came out of your reading too, so 8 of fire. But you could be dealing with a water sign and an earth sign though, or another fire sign. Yeah, so it's 7 of water. It's a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. I don't really get the sense that you all are procrastinating at all. Because you quite literally cannot, because things are happening so fast and so much is happening. So this is more so making that complex decision, because you have so many options. Kind of like, I forget which other zodiac it was, but they had the same card come out. Yeah, this is kind of like, I'm getting kind of stressed, or feeling a stress feeling, like a anxious feeling. So yeah, some of you could be very anxious when it comes to making this complex decision. So you need to give yourself some time to kind of research or try to break things down by steps, so that you don't get too carried away or get too swept up in everything, if that makes sense. Okay. Then we have the King of Earth, and it says generous, professional, responsible, practical, a successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered, the Midas touch. So when you don't allow yourself to just accept anything, it becomes successful for you, and you can confidently, accept the opportunities and things. And you'll have the Midas touch. Like you'll, when you give yourself a chance to think through things, responsible, practical. This card also came out in a different reading as well. So yeah, just make sure you're not selling yourself too short. Make sure you're not just accepting any old thing just because. Weigh all your options and choose the best thing for you. Sorry, I got thrown off. Okay, so then you have expecting miracles, and it's miracles are blossoming in my life. Again, you have so many options that those are miracles. Like you have so many options. Like it's a good thing that you have so much to choose from, but at the same time, it's like don't just choose just willy-nilly. Make sure you're thinking through it, not just choosing something just to choose just because you have the options. Okay, you're going to exceed your expectations, and with this King of Earth energy as well as the 7 of water, having so many choices, it gives you the opportunity to really see the possibilities of things, and whatever you choose, it's gonna exceed your expectations. Like you are gonna be surprised with what you do. Okay, and then we have communicating freely, and it says, I communicate from the depths of my being. I only feel so with the communicating freely, I feel like with not selling yourself short, you're setting boundaries. You know, you're making sure that you're not afraid to speak up for yourself, if that makes sense. And because you're not afraid of that, it leads to your success, it leads to your victory, which is, you know, your spell card. So yeah, just don't be afraid to speak up when it comes to your options and what it is that you want. It's okay to want what you want, if that makes sense. Don't sell yourself, again, don't sell yourself short. And it says victory. I can't even talk. I shall celebrate and I shall rise. I will let victory make me wise. Victory. And that, my friend, is the success. Because you have so many options, because you expected the miracles, because you did the work, because you know, were clear and concise with what it is that you wanted, and you went after what you wanted, you have the victory. Okay? So this season, expect that. If you're not already going through this energy, expect that to, you know, come to fruition, right? Okay, so that was your reading, Sagittariuses. Hopefully that resonated. If it did, let me know down in the comment section how it did. If you feel comfortable sharing. If you don't, totally understand. But I will, you know, if you want, you can leave your Sagittarius zodiac emoji in the comment section, and that'll let me know that you were rocking with me and you enjoyed the reading. It was short and sweet, only because I'm kind of trying to speed up, and I actually think I'm going to stop or pause my video and just pick back up where I left off, because I need to take a break. I need to take a break. I forgot how long these all sign readings can go, because we have 12 zodiac signs, so it can be a bit much for me, but I'm gonna take a little break after this. But yeah, you know, like the video, share the video, do all the things, and I will be back. Bye. Or see you next time, Sagittarius, is what I meant. All right. Okay, I am back to finish up the all signs reading. I left off on starting on Capricorn. As you can see, it's a different day, or it's the next day rather. I took a break, and I took a break, meaning I did not get back. I didn't finish yesterday like I thought I would, but hey, I had to take a break because it was becoming a lot. So yeah, but as you can see, you know, if you're watching this now, the video will be up shortly, and the weekly check-in, like for Libra, Cancer, and Taurus, those will be up as well today, even though it's weekly, but it's you know, dropping on a Tuesday, so we missed Monday, but hey, it happens. I was just really tired, and come to find out, it's because it's that time of the month. So ladies, we can understand. Okay, all right, but we're gonna focus on Capricorn here, and get into you all's energy. And I'm gonna just tap in and get some channeled messages for Capricorn as I'm getting your cards out here. Okay, that really wants to come out. Okay. Capricorns, I don't know why I'm seeing in my mind, but it's like a lighthouse. So I don't know, some of you may and then this is kind of random, but it's I always, whatever I feel, I'm going to say, I'm not going to shy away from, you know, saying what I see and what I feel. I feel like some of you may want to possibly go to a lighthouse. Maybe there's some kind of, because what I'm seeing is a lighthouse, and it's like on a beach, but I'm getting more so like the East Coast, like upstate New York, or like Maine or somewhere like that, Vermont, those types of places. So those places could be significant for some of you Capricorns. Maybe you all are taking a trip up there or something like that, and you've always wanted to go to a lighthouse or see a lighthouse or something like that. Very random, but that's just what came to mind. I feel like this would be like a really good time to go, though, since we're kind of entering fall season. It's still a bit warm, but it's not like just unbearably hot. At least not, I think, in most of the U.S. where I am. Okay. I'm just going to see if I get anything else for my Capricorns here. I get, for the most part, Capricorns, you all are just kind of, you're just very chill for the most part. I don't really get a lot happening for you or anything that needs to come out, really. But we're going to get into the cards and see what they have to say. And, yeah, and also, you know, if you feel compelled to look at your other placements, definitely go do that, because there may be messages in there for you. Yeah. Now let me take a look at these cards and just kind of see what's going on here. Okay. All right. So first card out is Two of Earth, and you have, it says too much going on at once. The need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. So again, I don't really get, this is yeah, it's backwards, but you know, but it's Two of Earth, and it says too much going on at once. You know, I don't really get that there's too much going on for Capricorns necessarily. Maybe not for you personally, but it could be something like going on around you, like a lot going on around you, but I don't get the sense that it's affecting you personally. If anything, it may, you know, cause you maybe like a little bit of a setback, but it doesn't, like, it's kind of like, okay, it happens, but then you're like, oh, you know, like, okay, well, that came out of nowhere, so it's like, okay, let me you know, figure out something. So, and maybe Capricorns, even though Capricorns, to me, they're a sign that's very, like, serious, very studious, like, very by the book. So, but for the most part, around this time, this energy, I feel like you're very just chill. Like, you're very, you kind of not letting, if something does come up, you're not letting it get to you, if that makes sense. So if anything is kind of so much going on at once, or you have your hands in a lot of things, I feel like you are, you know, like it says, consider a more playful approach. I feel like you are kind of doing that. Like you're kind of like trying to find the humor in whatever is going on. So it's kind of like you kind of just have like this, whatever, what kind of attitude for it. So it's kind of like, whatever, you know, I'm not about to, you know, go crazy, if that makes sense. All right, and so then we have the Two of Air, and it says you've come into your own, new partnerships or contracts, continue to move forward. So yeah, I feel like in business, it's all about, you know, Capricorns are all about business ventures and, you know, those types of things. So, you know, if you have your hand in many baskets, you know, your attention on many things, you are just blazing through it really easily. Yeah, I feel like it's because I'm seeing someone, like a corporate person at work, they could be a manager or not be a manager, you know, and they are just kind of like, they're kind of just like, everybody's kind of like going off the handle and then it's them, they're just kind of sitting there just, you know, just not having a care in the world and just getting their work done, you know, filling out paperwork, you know, filing things, doing whatever they do, and it's just chaos around you. So that could be what you're feeling. And then, like, you know, you're like, oh, got a new contract, oh, okay, feel it, you know, make sure everything is on the up and up, you know, put it through. New partnership, everything is, you know, make sure everything is cool, put it through. And so it's just kind of like, you know, you just have a really very calm energy is what I'm getting. I don't feel any restlessness, I don't feel any anxiousness. I just feel very zen when it comes to Capricorns, which I think would be kind of odd, but I don't know, Capricorns to me, but they're very level-headed anyway. When I think about Capricorns, like, they're very level-headed. You don't really see them get out of character, in my opinion. But they may just be, you know, I get, yeah. Sometimes when I think about Capricorns, I think very stoic sometimes, and just kind of, at least for the Capricorn men that I've known, they can be like very stoic, but very like about their business and very like go-getter, but they're not overbearing with it, if that makes sense. They're just very by the book. And so with the 2 of earth, 2 of fire, so 2 may be important or significant for you. Ace of air, you may be dealing with a air sign as well. I'm gonna get to that card in just a second, but earth, fire, and air are significant for you. And of course, Capricorns are earth signs, so there that goes. But yeah, I just don't feel like, I feel like this autumn season that we're going into, you're just very, everything is set for you, if that makes sense. Kind of, it's similar to, I can't remember which other sign it was, but, you know, again, look at your, you know, watch for your different placements and stuff, because they're, you know, you may have those additional messages for you. But I just, whatever that other sign was that I was on, they had a similar message of just kind of being like in a chill place, a good place. Everything is kind of laid out for them, and that's kind of the same energy that I'm getting for Capricorn, is that, you know, you don't really have any cares or worries right now. Everything is kind of just on the up and up, so you don't have much to worry about. All right, so let's go to the last card here, or not the last card, but the last bit of tarot, and it says Ace of Air. Okay, and it says brilliant new ideas and inspirations, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. So again, I'm not really paying attention much to that challenging beginning, only because I feel like if it were a challenging beginning, whatever had to happen happened, and you know, you're to the point where, you know, you have that brilliant new ideas and, you know, inspirations. You kind of move past whatever challenge you may have encountered, and I feel like whatever that challenge was is in the past. And so, you know, and even then you have, like, down here in the oracle part, you have healing from the past, or healing the past rather. So yeah, I feel like if there was a challenge at all, that it was in the past, and whatever you did, or whatever, you know, series of events happened, it cleared the way, it cleared the path for, you know, healing, for remedying, if that's a word, the situation. Okay. And yeah, I just feel like because you're so clear-minded, so, you know, level-headed, but you have that clarity, you're going into this autumn season with a lot of clarity. Like, you know exactly, you know, what everything is. So that's why there's no worry, that's why there's no issues right now. And so you can make time for those you know, ideas, you know, inspirations that come to mind, and, you know, and it's easy to kind of collaborate with your colleagues or, you know, people, whoever you're working with, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is really, I really love this for you, Capricorn, because yeah, y'all are, seems like everything is pretty cool to me from what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling. So okay, we're gonna go to the Oracle, and you have healing the past, and it says I step into my future with strength and clarity. And so yeah, that's the feeling that I was getting, not in those words necessarily, but I just feel like you, my collective of Capricorns, you all are just, yeah, you've stepped into a season of clarity, a season of hope, a season of, you know, things, you know, the things being laid out for you, like available for you, like there's no need to worry about resources or opportunities, you, because they've come in, or they are, you know, they've come in, or either they're about to get ready to come in. That makes sense. Manifesting dreams, self-exclamatory, like my dreams are coming true, like yeah, and with it aligning up here with this Two of Fire, new partnerships, contracts, these could have been things that you were wanting. These could have been things like you were going for, you applied for. Say you applied for a new job, you want to leave an old job because you felt, you know, stagnant in that other job, or something may have happened which could have been a part of like a challenge for you. You're stepping into strength and clarity, and you got that, and so now your dreams are manifesting. Okay, and so last we have hearing messages from spirit. Sorry, it says I am a clear channel for messages from spirit. Again, it's backwards on my camera, so it's gonna look kind of weird, but at least you can just, you know, kind of ignore the words, if that makes sense. Just look at the pictures and stuff. So yeah, I feel like the ideas and inspirations that you're getting, especially with this being aligned with Ace of Air, they're coming from a divine place, if that makes sense, from spirit. And so, you know, these are like direct, it's like a direct line of communication from spirit, God, whatever it is you believe in, to you. And you yeah, because that, okay, I'm getting the challenge also could have been associated with you not necessarily trusting your ideas and inspirations. Interesting. I just got that now. But something happened to where that kind of woke you up, and maybe maybe it was like the opportunity actually coming through that gave you that confidence, like, okay, yeah, I can trust my ideas, I can trust my inspirations, like I do belong, you know, I am worthy of whatever it is that you went for. So yeah, okay, yeah, okay. And so your spell card is friendship, and it says bring to me friendship true, sharing laughter and okay, sharing laughter understanding too. Sometimes it's kind of fiddle faddle with those words, but anyway, brain be working faster than my mouth can move. Anyway, yeah, bring to me friendship true, sharing laughter understanding too. Yeah, so again, I feel like whatever these partnerships that have come through, or contracts or anything, any type of like new company you may be working for, you could find a group of friends there, like, you know, your co-workers could become your good friends. Yeah, so that's what I get as far as that is concerned, because you do have, let's see, this is the only card that I see with, you know, two figures on there. So, and then it's the Two of Fire too, so that would be like Two of Swords in the original tarot. Two of Earth would be like the Two of Cups, and Ace of Air would be yeah, like the Ace of Swords. So so yeah, it could be like you find like a good friend at work that you become like good friends with, like really good friends with. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you all, Capricorns. Just making sure I don't see anything else for you all. Anything else that stands out to me? Okay. I'm not seeing anything else, so I'm gonna, you know, end your reading here. But overall, for this autumnal equinox season, you all have some, if you did have a challenge, you've come out of it, and whatever had to happen happened so that it could lead you to your brilliant, you know, new ideas, your inspirations, you know, getting new partnerships, contracts, those types of things, new friendships. All that happened in the past is in the past. You've left it there, excuse me, and now you are moving forward and, you know, going about your business. So that's all, Capricorn. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed the reading, hopefully you did, leave me a comment down in the comment section and let me know how the reading resonated for you, if it did. If not, understand, and especially if you don't want to share all that, totally fine as well. Just leave your Capricorn zodiac emoji down in the description box, or I'm sorry, or the comment section, and yeah, just interact that way. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel so that you are up to date when I drop new videos, which again, I may be a little late, but I'm gonna be consistent, okay? With some of these videos anyway. All right, moving on to Aquarius. So yeah, okay. Okay. All right, Aquarius. So let's see what I have for you all. All right, Spirit, loud and clear, say no, not that card. Okay, let's see. Aquariuses, I feel like you all might be having dealing with something with your car or car issues, something with transportation. Don't be alarmed, but I did hear the word just now, transmission. So some of you may need to look at your transmission of your car, and I know that can be, sometimes that can be kind of pricey, but hopefully it's something that can just, you know, maybe it's like some kind of, you know, connection or wires that can be replaced or something. I don't know. Hopefully it's not too, you know, strenuous for you and costly. But that's, I'm just telling you what I hear in my mind. Let's see what else. Also hearing state. I don't know what that means, but I don't know, maybe you're moving states or traveling to a different state or something like that. I feel like I don't get this feeling that it's like a fire. I don't know, maybe the car issues are the traveling is causing the car trouble. So in my mind, I'm seeing someone like traveling, but they have to like stop to get something repaired on a truck or like a car or something like that. Also could be like a over-the-road trucker as well. So I know those trucks, y'all run them, like drivers will run them. They have to run so much that anything is liable to break down or, you know, stop or conk out, if that makes sense. And then you have to stop and get it fixed wait a couple of days sometimes. And you be stuck at like a truck stop or something. And so it's like you sat, so might as well just enjoy the cab. You know, they usually have, you know, I was on a truck with someone, and no, they had it hooked up. They had their cooler, they had their microwave, they had a bed, of course, like a little bed. They had what am I trying to say? The TV in there, you know, and it was pretty, for you know, all intents and purposes, it was cozy in there. So yeah, some of y'all you may be stuck where you are. And I'm trying not to laugh. I'm seriously, I'm being so serious, but I'm just laughing at you know, how, not the circumstance, but you know, like, you know how you can be like, God dog it. You know what I mean? Like, dang, like this would have to happen now. So and I feel like you kind of have that sense of humor too. Aquarius is like, you all are like, you know, like, it is what it is. You know, you know, go get some good food in this truck stop probably, or just, you know, restaurants around wherever they are, you know, enjoy. And sometimes, you know, those truck drivers, they can get off the truck, they can go get them a hotel, you know, while they wait for their car to get, while they wait for the truck to get repaired. So shoot, y'all may be like, okay, well, I'm stuck here, so might as well go get a hotel, go get something good to eat, have a good night's rest, and maybe even a couple of days. So you all are kind of taking it in stride. If you're not like over the road trucker, again, this could be something about like you traveling somewhere, something going wrong with the car or your rental or whatever, so you have to stop for the night or stop for the, you know, whatever, and either get you a new rental, or either you know what I'm trying to say. But either way, you know, you're just kind of taking it with a grain of salt and just kind of like whatever. Hopefully you didn't hear those mouth noises while I'm drinking my drink. I was drinking my coffee, y'all, so don't worry about that. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get into your cards, Aquarius. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay, Aquarius is, I'm looking at your cards. Interesting. Okay. So, first card out, you have Knight of Air, and it's intelligent, decisive, idealistic, tireless, and it says events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options, creative solutions. Okay, and again, it's kind of backwards, so yeah, but I think you can kind of still read it. Yeah, so again, yeah, like whatever, if this is a case of where you know, some of you have traveled, I don't get the sense that it's all of, you know, all of the collective of Aquarius is watching this, but a lot of you may have been traveling somewhere and maybe plans, you know, could have fell through. Again, you had car trouble, car rental trouble, or if you are one of those over the road truckers, you know, you may have had a truck break down, and so you have to you're kind of stuck wherever you are, and so you're making light of the situation, finding the humor in the situation, coming up with creative solutions for the issue or the setback, and you're just kind of like whatever, you know, you're reviewing your options, you know, not allowing the inconvenience to get under your skin, if that makes sense. And it says events that occur with great speed. So yeah, I feel like this is kind of coming at you very fast, because I just did the reading for Capricorn, of course. So where they were more so, even though things were kind of happening around them, chaos was happening around them, they weren't letting it get to them. I feel like in this case, Aquariuses may have, you know, chaos happening to them, but they are not allowing it to like bother them, if that makes sense. Like, you know deep down, like, yes, this may be inconvenience, yes, this may be annoying, but at the same time, at least I have options. At least I can go, you know, I can stay in my cab, you know, and whatever, or, you know, at least I can go get a hotel room and just chill out, you know, until it's time for me to get back on the road, that type of thing. So yeah, so then we have the Chariot, and again, I was talking about travel, so I think travel is very significant with the Chariot coming out here. And so let's see, this is the Chariot, Archangel Metatron, and it says an important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. Chariot there. And so yeah, I mean, I just feel like you all are just you're not allowing inconveniences to get in your way. Just petty little things, you know, little minor annoyances, you're not allowing it to get to you, even if there are some kind of like delays in your travel plans or any plans in general. You're just not allowing it to get to you. And you know, you're showing very like a high level of maturity, willpower to, you know, to keep going, to do whatever it is you need to do. And you may receive, like, especially if this is something to do with traveling for work, your supervisor, boss, whatever, or whoever, you know, is in charge, may look at you and really appreciate, you know, how much you just didn't allow for any of the like minor inconveniences to get to you. They may really admire your what am I trying to say? Like, what is your perseverance? I don't know why that's coming to mind. I don't know if that was necessarily the words that I want to use. But yeah, your perseverance, your willingness to just do what needs to be done, if that makes sense. So you may get like a little, you know, gift, or, you know, a nod or a reward or some sort, because of how well you handle a situation. And then we have the Ace of Earth. There we go. And it says the inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. So yeah, I feel like whatever is going on, this is kind of like Capricorn as well. Capricorn's reading, this is more work-based, as opposed to, you know, personal. So during this autumnal equinox season, a lot of Aquarius's themes will be surrounding travel, surrounding business. The two could be married together, that you're having to deal with. So yeah, you may be having to close business deals, sign important documents, contracts, that type of thing. A lot of paperwork is what I'm saying in my mind right now. So yeah, you all are very much in your professional bag, if that makes sense. And so that's where your main focus is. Travel, business is your main focus is this season. But whatever the case is, though, you all are breezing through it, kind of like Capricorns, like I said. So I don't know, maybe some of you, I mean, Ace of Earth is out here, so hey, you may be dealing with a Earth sign, or Capricorn specifically. Also Knight of Aries out here, so you know, you could be dealing with a air sign, as well as a Cancer, because the Chariot is Cancer, or represented by Cancer. So yeah, Okay. So going to the Oracle portion, it says taking action. And it says, I enthusiastically embrace life's boundless possibilities. Yeah. You're taking, whatever, you are taking action on all these. Like, you're taking initiative. Like, if you do have, if it is like a case of something breaking down or something needs to, even on the flip side, maybe it is you that needs to repair something. So you're taking action, you're taking initiative, you're doing what needs to be done. And so that could also fall in like with the public recognition of, you know, being noticed for your hard work, for your efforts. The fact that you did step up, take initiative, and lead a situation. Okay. Stepping into stillness. I really love this card. It's so pretty. Actually, I just love all these cards. But I really love these because they have such pretty graphics. But anyway, yeah, stepping into stillness. And it says, my power is born in the majesty of silence. Real G's moving silence. That's what I just heard just now. So I don't know, maybe you're kind of on that tip. You're like, real G's moving silence. Like, you just like, you doing every little thing, you know, even whether you get, you know, noticed or not, you're making moves silently, and you're not really telling nobody about it. So for all they know, you just doing it. But because it's public recognition, I feel like a lot of you may be getting noticed for what you're doing. But it could be a thing of like keeping a lot of things to yourself. A lot of your the achievements that you may have accomplished, rewards you receive, you may not reveal it until later, if that makes sense. So you're kind of keeping quiet and just letting your work speak for itself, as opposed to you directly speaking, if that makes sense. And then you have dwelling in truth, and it says, I stand in the light of truth. All right. So with this, there could be something that comes in, especially with it aligning with Ace of Air, and it has important documents or contracts. So you may learn something about a situation, or about yourself, or about someone else, and that may give you even more like an added bonus or something. You may discover something that helps you with your inflow of abundance, or with a business venture. And funny enough, you have knowledge that came out for your spell card, and it says, let me connect above and below, let the knowledge of ancestors flow. So whatever this knowledge is that you find out, whatever the truth is that you find out, yeah, it's going to help you in some, you know, some way, shape, or form. So kudos to that. Kudos to you for, you know, being able to jump in, take initiative, lead, do the things. So yeah, that's all I have for you, Aquariuses. I hope that you all enjoyed the reading. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, leave me a comment down in the comment section and let me know. What was I going to say? Yeah, let me know where or how it resonated. I'm sorry. Let me know how it resonated. If you don't feel comfortable sharing your business, I totally understand that. You can just leave like your Aquarius zodiac emoji down in the comment section. It'll just let me know that you were following along, you did enjoy it, and you're rocking with me. Also, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That way you are up to date and aware of when I drop new videos. What else was I going to say? I am in a different outfit, so if you were listening or watching the video earlier for your different placements that were ahead a bit, I am in a different outfit because I had to change. I had to, or not change, but I had to take a break, and so I had to do it the next day, which is today. Finish up these readings because I was just like, I had to take a break, and I took a break the rest of the night because I couldn't. So yeah, and if you do have any Libra, Cancer, or Taurus placements, the weekly check-in reading will be, I will be doing that right after this, so those videos will be uploaded very soon. I know it's a day late from Monday, so of course it's like a weekly check-in, but hey, things happen. I had to take a break yesterday. I wanted to get them up yesterday, but I just couldn't, y'all. And this all signs reading, it always takes a few hours to get finished, so don't hold it against me, y'all. Okay, so with that being said, that's all, Aquarius, for real, for real. You know, do the things, and I will see you next time. It gets always so hot in here when I turn the air off. But then it wants to be cold when the air is on. I was like, you can't win, y'all. You can't win. I'm just playing. Oop, 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 oop. These are pretty much shuffled, but I just kind of want to get them a bit. Just a tiny bit. And these cards are thick as I don't know what. Oop. That one said nope. Ooh, they bent up a little bit. Anyway, there we go. I just want to kind of mix these up and just make sure that they are good and stuff. All right, so we are last but certainly not least on Pisces. Good old Pisces. Okay. As I stated on the previous things, if you were listening or looking at your other placements and they were a bit earlier in this video, you will see that I did change clothes, and it's the next day from Monday. So yeah, I had to take a break yesterday, and I did not come back to finish these at all because I was too tired, and Mother Nature wanted to come on and bring Aunt Flo in, so a girl was tired, so I am working through it. Okay, don't hold it against me that the video is late from when I wanted to upload it, as well as the if you have Libra, Cancer, or Taurus placements, the weekly check-in videos will come out as well today. I'm going to get those done today for sure. All right, that want to come out. All right, and Pisces, channel messages for you all. Tap it into Pisces. I just heard the word streamer, so I don't know, some of you may be like on Twitch or, you know, TikTok, whatever, you know, whatever, you know, you do. Any of the apps where you can, you know, stream. So some of you may like to game and you're a streamer of some sort. I only get that, yeah, some of you may be gaining some new followers. I also get Pisces, you all need to go sit by some water. You're like the epitome of a water sign, so yeah. Some of you, I don't know if some of you are kind of stressed out for some reason, or I don't know, could be stressed out for some reason, I'm not sure. And you just got a lot of water. 2 water cards that came out, so that's funny. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, some of you, I'm getting strongly, you need to go sit by the water for some reason. But we're gonna get into the cards and figure out what's going on here. Okay. So the first card that comes out is the Sun, Archangel Uriel, and it says, happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that leads to success. Have confidence in yourself. Okay, so perhaps whatever is stressing you or was stressing you out, for the small number of you who this could be like impacting, if you're having some self-confidence issues as it pertains to like maybe your streaming, especially like being in the public eye, but this card is suggesting that you should maybe, you know, work on streaming more if your goal is to be a streamer or someone who creates online content. If you want to increase your numbers, you know, the best thing to do is just keep working at it. You know what I mean? Keep posting, keep doing whatever it is you're doing, and go from there. The people who vibe with your content, the people who vibe with you, will find you. And just, you know, don't try to be anything else that you're not. Just be yourself. And again, the people who are, you know, who are on your same vibe, same wavelength, they will find you. But I do feel like you will find that kind of like happy medium, and you will have a happy outcome that will lead to success. Like there could be some like new ideas that you have, you know, as when it comes to your online content creation, that leads to success, as the Sun card suggests. So yeah, just you know, have confidence in yourself, keep working at it, keep doing what you know you should do, and you'll find that success. Okay, then we have 4 of water, and it says missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. Okay, so you could also be dealing with other water signs. The sun sign, I mean not the sun sign, the Sun card, that's, you know, representative of crap, I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank. I don't know, but either way, whenever I see the Sun, it just makes me think of like Leo, even though the Strength card is more so represented by Leo, but the Sun always makes me think of Leo. But so you may be dealing with a Leo, I don't know, but whatever the case may be, I'm also getting like sunflowers being significant, because I see sunflowers down here. So I don't know, that could be y'all's favorite flower, or you may have Leo placements, you may have other water placements within your birth chart. All right, but anyway, going back to the 4 of water, it says missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. So yeah, I feel like if this is something to do with your creativity, your content creation, you may need to see, put it up to the camera a little bit more. You may need to focus on what you have in front of you, because as you can see, there's some cups like over here, and they're empty, and this one big cup is empty, and this figure, the mermaid is kind of looking down, or kind of like not necessarily looking down at the cups, but she's kind of looking away, in my opinion. Like or not away, but she's kind of like, she has the head down. So it's kind of like, for some reason I'm hearing the word failure, feeling like a failure, and I don't. Again, it goes back into trusting yourself, having self-confidence, working on things, not just, you know, putting anything out there, like just trying to do your best. And again, like I said, the people who are for you will find you. And, you know, if there's any boredom with what the information, or not the information, but the content rather that you're putting out, if there's any like boredom with that, then I would suggest that, you know, you find new ways to create new things to put out, and you know, try to come up with different ways to for you to have fun, but also to interact with your followers, you know, the followers that you have. You know, figure out new ways to like have fun with them, engage them, get them involved. Matter of fact, I was just on a live earlier with one of my mutuals. Was she had gone live, and she had like an interactive game for all of us to play, and we could see like the questions on her screen, and then we on our phones or whatever we were using, we could click. It was a trivia game basically that we were playing, and so we just clicked each thing and then went from there. So yeah. Sorry about the sniffles. But yeah, it's just all about like getting out of your comfort zone, getting out of the boredom, just finding new ways to create. And Pisces, you all have a direct line to the divine. So you all are very intuitive. Like, you're very intuitive. You're able to see beyond what's happening. Like, you can see across realms, in my opinion. And so you all can tap into things that others cannot tap into, especially when it comes to creating. It's like you can see, your vision is just different. Pisces are just otherworldly, if that makes sense. So there should be, in my opinion, because I know we all kind of can get into a mode where we get stagnant, where we get, you know, we have a writer's block or creator's block, and sometimes we may need some inspiration. So sometimes it also helps to look outside of ourselves, see what other people are doing. Not that you want to copy them, but you can take inspiration from what they're doing and come up with your own way of doing something. Be inspired. You can get inspired by listening to music. You can get inspired by, you know, doing something different. That could be going to sit by water, which is, you know, again, could be your muse. Like, you know, when you go sit by music, I know, at least for me, because my moon is in Cancer. So when I go and sit by water, it fuels me. Like, it gives me new life. Like, it gives me calm. I'm able to think clearly, think through whatever it is I'm going through. It just helps me to recalibrate myself, self-regulate, if that makes sense. It just helps me to do that. So that's what you're being asked of right now, and you're being asked to open your eyes, to open your mind, to see across realms, see what others don't see, and what possibilities can come through whatever it is you're creating or whatever it is you're putting forth. Okay, and so then you have 10 of water. Excuse me, and then it says a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. So yeah, I'm really stuck on Pisces. You all, this season of this autumn season, you all are very much focused on your creativity, what it is you're creating, your new ideas, and I'm also getting like building up friendships, building up community, if that makes sense, because I'm also seeing like this other, yeah, community is very important. You have family here too, but there's a little mermaid up here at the top, kind of, and there's some down here, and then there's a mermaid kind of way back here. So to me, this is all about like kind of finding your tribe, finding your family, and they don't have to be by blood. You know, you just find your chosen family, as well as, you know, your community, whatever your online community. Those could be like your chosen family. Like, you all could build such a rapport with others that you all, you know, form a community, and you all just support one another. It can be like a community of creatives, and you all, you know, come together, support each other, learn from each other, that type of thing. Sorry for all the noises, y'all. Have to get comfortable a little bit. All right, so then we have dwelling in the truth, and we're on the oracle portion of this, and it says, I stand in the light of truth right here. So yeah, for me, this right here is talking about self-limiting beliefs and or truths about yourself, especially with it being aligned with the sun card here. I really feel like this is this season, you're discovering more about yourself, discovering the truth about yourself, and you need to let go of self-limiting ideas about yourself. Yeah, that's the truth that I'm thinking about right there. Okay, and then it says making a difference. It says my inner light shines far and wide. You're making a difference by what you create, hands down. No, just straight up. Like, is it all for me, Pisces? And I feel like this is the collective of Pisces. It may show up in different ways for you all, because of course this is, a collective reading. But whatever it is that you're doing, it's going to make a difference. So you are needing to find ways to reach more people. You are needing to find more ways to maybe have some more clarity on your message, but whatever it is you're trying to do, but whatever it is that you're working on is going to make a difference. Your light shines far and wide. Okay, just what it says. And then it's funny because with this you have coming into power, and it's like a light shining down on you. So yeah, it says coming into power, and it says I step into my power boldly and confidently. So yeah, it's very much this season is very much about you getting your self-worth up, your confidence up, figuring out that you do deserve the best, the very best. Okay, and not being afraid to be in the spotlight too. Whenever I see this card, it makes me think of someone being in a spotlight. So yeah, don't be afraid to shine. Like, don't be afraid to, and I feel like this has also been like a running theme that I've heard and said in my different readings. There's been this energy of people needing to kind of tap into their self-confidence. Like they need to like work on it, and not be afraid to be put in the spotlight. Like, don't be afraid to show your face. Don't be afraid to say the things that need to be said. Don't be afraid to show your work, show your art, show your expertise. Especially if you know something. Like, if you know something, you're well versed in something, don't be afraid to share that knowledge. Like, people need to hear it. People need to see it. So yeah, don't be afraid to come into your power. And then lastly, your spell card is joy. And it says, as I do will, so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from me. What? Hello. Listen, let joy and light radiate from me. Okay? So yeah, don't be afraid to show your light. It's gonna annoy the people that it annoys. Good. It'll get them away from you if they in your circle. The people who rock with you, who vibe with you, those are the people that will find you and support you, and you can turn around and you can support them, and you all can build a whole community of creatives, of friendlies, of people who come together, network, and support one another. So that's what I get for you, Pisces. Hopefully this resonated with you. If it did, let me know how down in the comment section. If you don't feel comfortable sharing your business, totally understand. You can just leave a Pisces zodiac emoji thing in the comments, so that way I know that you made it to the end here, and that you were tuned in and that you enjoyed the content, whatever. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you like the way I read. I know I can yap, but I'm just being myself, pun intended, just being myself. And yeah, I'm going to be a lot more consistent with these videos than I have been. I may be late posting certain videos, but it's gonna always be there on time when it's meant to be. it's gonna be on there. It's gonna be there at the right time. I'll say that. It's gonna find you at the right time. So again, if you like the way I read, definitely check out my other videos that I have, because these pick a cards that I do, which I have some pick a cards coming up soon, because I'm gonna want to get some more things up before I start my new job next week. So because I don't know how my schedule will go then. But anyway, yeah. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and I will see you next time, Pisces. Have a good day.